With a clown and had a high old time. Nobody doubted he is true of purpose. Oh yeah, not knowing we had given up everything we had lived. All of the options, the next drop here in this dead end. That's the back. That's down the running on a midnight train. That's the back. Conscience is moving to the end. Already on a jungle of pain. Back to back, each time whenever left stand. Give me a break, you're down. Just wanna get back, but that's not good. Lazy down, what a heavy day.
Chat, you know how we do it here? We give 3 songs for everyone to arrive, and then we go live. Chat. Chat. Are you ready? Are you ready for some bodies? Now, chat. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. But are you guys ready for it? Are you guys? Is every pony ready for it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you are. Are you guys ready for the depravity of humankind? Are you ready for content creators fucking up on the platform? And are you ready for some glue? If you remember, time to post the glue! Let's get into it. Chat! Chat, I was told to be cunty today! I think I'm cunty today. Hello, chat! Hello, everybody! And welcome back to the Op Block, your one-stop shop for everything commentary, news, and making some glue. I'm your host, Falgy EXE. And joining me today are some of my favorite people on the internet. You know them. You love them. And I'm going to have this music play while we're doing this. I'm just going to lower it just a little bit because it's a little loud. But you know them. You love them. It's Q's Hood Ornament.
I am inevitable.
That's right, Q. You are inevitable. Joining us today is one of my favorite people on the internet. You know them. You love them. I called them Thamsome today. It's Ash. What's going on, Ash?
Nothing much. I joined just in time from playing some Diablo.
Yes, you did. And chat, rounding out today with the craziest image. Motherfucker, your art. You know him. You love him. It's Uncool Greg. What's going on, Greg? Are you serving today?
I'm also shirtless.
Oh.
Greg is serving today. Now, I want to make something very clear. It's time to serve. It's time to call out. Chad, if you see some people in the description of this video, they have been added. Brony Fandone, I know that you're too scared to come in here. Don't worry, I have your tweets. Chat, we're gonna be reacting to Saberspark's newest response video, but we're also going to be reacting to Brony Fandone losing their fucking mind. And here's all I have to say. If you thought making fun of how you're mentally ill was bad, wait until I'm done. Are you ready, chat?
I'm gonna go feed my cats and I'll be back. Good luck.
I can't be shirtless with you guys, but I'm shirtless with you all in solidarity.
In spirit, yeah.
Listen, the
Instagram.
music was loud for a reason. And I even turned it down. But yes, chat, it's time. Chat, I have a little bit of a confession, a little bit of an honesty, a little bit of a discussion. I have been lying to you, chat. I've been lying to you for a period of time.
We know.
I'm sorry, chat. I hate to tell you this, but if it isn't obvious yet, I have been working for the enemy. I have been collaborating with the British.
Oh, that word. Oh yeah. That's
actually technically South African. Yes, chat.
Oh, so it's even worse.
If it isn't obvious enough, yes, I have been collaborating with a very, very good friend of mine, Beckett over at Cope and Seethe. If it hasn't been obvious by the numerous tweets that we have gone over, if it hasn't been obvious by all of the posts that have happened the last 24 hours, chat, let me just tell you that I am very, very happy with the video that's going to be coming up. I've told this to Beckett. What the fuck's going on? I'm crazy, Beckett. I've told Beckett this. I really appreciate letting me and the rest of the op block kind of get in on this. He's been really great to work for. I will say, or work with. I will say this: Beckett is really nice. Actually, very nice. He doesn't want you to know that.
What? No, I don't believe that.
But he's incredibly nice, incredibly thoughtful, and very thorough. So
I feel like you're about to twist the knife.
He's glazing.
I feel like
I do glaze.
I feel like you're gonna. Here
He's
comes.
glazing.
You're gonna bring in the chair like right now.
I'm not bringing in the chair. But chat. Oh, I have noises on. Let me turn streamer mode on real quick. Streamer mode has been really weird recently, so I had to turn it off because it's being a little bit silly.
Is it also being cunty?
It is, just like me, being cunty. Oh, it's not on, so I gotta turn it on. Hold on, give me a second.
Now we're no longer getting ads, so please donate.
What do you mean we're not getting ads?
You can't say
the
the Australian word.
Because you're shirtless.
No,
I'm
you can't say-
serving.
No, stop talking.
He's
You can't
serving.
say. No, stop. Both of you stop. You can't say that word because you just get demonetized immediately.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well.
That's the whole fucking thing. Yeah, that's a big thing. You can say fuck all you want. You can't say C word.
I can't even say that I'm serving?
Correct. Or you could say you're serving.
That's crazy and insane.
Yeah, I brought this up. I brought this up before. That's why I don't
What
say
do you
it.
mean? I can't say that I'm serving?
No, what are you talking about? You're rambling and trying to vie for time. Just get to it or shut up.
You know, chat, I wanna just bring in somebody.
Oh my god.
Everyone say hello to Beckett from Cope and Seethe. Hello, Beckett.
Who?
Good evening. Listen, I can't tune into a stream, get glazed like that, and not fucking come on and bitch about this.
Have to pay respects for ops lost monetization.
Brony Fandone is a gold mine. It's insane. It's insane. I'm at 49 minutes of the video, and I haven't even started on them yet. It's ever expanding.
He's so bizarre. And we'll go over.
He'll reply to anyone too, by the way. He replied to me today.
Yeah, I saw.
He'll reply to anybody.
You know what the craziest thing is? He cross replies. He also goes to Blue Sky and will also fight people on Blue Sky while also simultaneously fight you in the comments of a Twitter post. He's fucking dual wielding freakouts. Listen, I tagged him, by the way. I have tagged some other creators that I'm actively annoyed with. I'll just kind of get it off the bat right now. Yes, you see the screen. I have a personal problem with every creator that is objectively sourced Brony Fandone and Sophie Scruggs. That would be Courtney Pete and, unfortunately, Lazy Bedhead. I have major problems with them, and I'll tell you why. There was no research into their history. There was no research into how the things went down, right? And all the other stuff. And chat, I'm going to show you a series of tweets that go from defending zoophilia, Falcon, which is lolicon for ponies, as well as a series of things that revolve the creation of the first document, and I still think the creation of the second document because it's a weird sourcing from Brony Fandone, and Brony Fandone continues to be involved in victim testimony coming forward.
But you don't understand, Fauci. It's so much easier to read a Google Doc that tells me what to think than look it on my own.
For those who don't know,
What will I do?
Yes, chat. Sophie Scruggs, a former IDW My Little Pony artist is involved with the Brony Fandone account.
Wait.
Is she the Sophie that's one half of the account?
IDW as in like the comics
That's,
IDW?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
crazy.
Okay.
I thought this was. I thought there were two Sophies in the story.
No.
Yeah, it's
goes
it's
fucking
fucking wild. I don't understand how this has happened. I mean, I'll say this about like the whole kind of like layout of kind of the Brony Fandone side of this story. I'm amazed it's reached this point. I'm amazed it's got this far. I don't understand how this has happened. And ironically,
Here's some
like
money
how
for
has
serving.
no one
Rip your
until now
monetization.
looked at this person and gone, you're completely like I can see a few threads on them,
Yeah.
but it seems that everyone was just scared that they'd call them a predator defender and then shut up. It's
yeah,
fucking bizarre.
It's really interesting because I not to throw stones at random chatters, but I've been sent people's discords, and I love the specific discord that I was featured in. I won't name names, but they have a Criminal Watch discord. Hey guys, how you doing? This is for you. I love that they made fun of the fact that I don't understand, quote, satire. Yes, singing about where's the griffin cock is satire, by the way. That's how satire works. But also, interestingly enough, everybody has turned around and been like, wow, really interesting that Saberspark has all of this stuff. Makes me doubt Sophie, makes me doubt KP. Be really weird if I would just, like, go to the vent place and start talking about, I don't know, maybe this channel isn't for me. How fickle the Brony fandom is. Very interesting. Very interesting. But let's look at a series of tweets that myself, and more importantly, our friend from Cope and Seethe have placed onto the interwebs for all of you to see. So,
I've been having a great day, I'm going to be honest with you.
you and I have been going crazy. So I think before we get to Brony Fandont's Saberspark's response to everything that's been happening, I want to kind of look at the series of things that we, as the Op Block and with Cope and Seethe, have been finding about these people. Because I'm not going to lie. Thank you for the donation. I'm going to turn the donations off for a
Brony
little
drama
bit.
in 2025.
Yes, I know.
I got.
Thank you, Metal Man. Thank you. Now, gonna be very honest, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of schizo posting, and not gonna lie, I'm here for it. Now, chat, if you remember last stream, when we did stuff on Saberspark, Brony Fandone doesn't like that I make fun of their mental health. They don't like that I made fun of them because they said they were too suicidal to deal with a victim's testimony. They don't like that I'm mean to them. They think
why is it always when people say that they're too suicidal for anything, they're still here like 2 years later? I mean, like,
you know, it's really unfortunate. Now, let's look at one of my favorite posts from Brony Fandone here. I Love Kim Possible is a stain. I don't cover dramas. I cover serious, worst of humanity problems, predators, bigots, and those who support them. KP, to my knowledge, is not that, but has put herself in the category needing to be treated the same. Give me time. I need to gather what I can, get permission from some of what I know to be put out, if possible. I'm not trying to hype up anything. I'm just trying to not say specifics without the information to go with it. But it's worse than any of you possibly know.
I thought this was a Brony Twitter account.
Well, you don't understand.
Yeah, is he planning the assault on Norman? Like,
no, you don't understand. You don't understand. He
Big Lyle Predator Hunter vibes.
He is the Lyle convoy of the Brony community. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
No, Lyle.
No,
would, you know what, like, it's funny, but I actually want to defend.
Yes, I will.
I want to defend Lyle because, like, it's in the video. One of the reasons that, like, one of the first things I did was went and talked to Lyle. Lyle was barely involved in this, and I'll give you a spoiler. His involvement in this is telling people not to run any of this shit. Leo saw this and was just like, "You can't run this."
Yeah.
Let me
Did it
clarify.
anyway.
I mean specifically the phrase "I'm a predator hunter." That not bio overall, just that one specific phrase.
Now,
it is kind of fascinating as well with, like, you mentioned Lazy and Courtney earlier.
Yeah.
So there are a few people sharpening knives against KP, and I believe me, I have some very, very strong criticisms for KP. But I do think it's worth mentioning that there are certain people who shouldn't be looking as smug as they currently fucking are.
Yeah.
Because the difference between KP and some of the people who have run stuff from Brony Fandone is luck. Everyone was singing from the same hymn sheet. KP just got a bad verse. And, like, that's probably worth reflection. And, like, listen, this happens to a lot of fucking creators. They believe things unquestionably, and they end up platforming damaging, life-ruining allegations. And occasionally, people get fucking sued for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe like it's all like, again, laugh at it. Like, have the little fucking burn moment. Don't blame any of you, but for creators, it's occasionally you get like a little lesson in something that happens to somebody else, and a few people should pay attention to that, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's like, I've been told things behind the scenes that again, not only the pitchfork sharpening, but people are just like, oh, I can't wait to make a video. I can't wait to tell KP that she should never be on the platform again. And I'm just like, very interesting. Very interesting. And I've heard that certain people are mad. I heard Lazy Bedhead was mad. So, before we read more about the unhinged person that is Brony Fandone, let's look at Lazy Bedhead's response regarding their Black Griffin video. Now, if you didn't see our Black Griffin coverage, I suggest you watch it from yesterday. I think that it's pretty good and shows the fact that even if you feel uncomfortable by their relationship, and I have my own personal feelings on it, I feel a certain type of way that is a little bit... Listen, you can have the ick feeling, but there is no smoking gun. And the problem with the allegations is literally everything that man and that couple has ever done is a-log to hell without consideration for her, your supposed victim. And I have a real fucking problem with that. This is not me soy grandstanding. This is my real big issue with a lot of people who cover this. You have no consideration for this person. This person is asked to be left alone, and you still run the story. So let's look at this. There's a correction on Lazy Bedhead's video. Pinning this so people are aware of corrective information I've been given by the lovely folks on Patreon, and saw the video early. Thanks to you dreamies and sleepies. Okay, so Black Griffin was the vocals of Alistair. I don't give a shit about this. Final edit. Thanks for all the lovely replies from those reaching out. Some new information so people are aware. Most of the weird, inappropriate things tweeted by Brony Fandone was when they were 13. That's not true, and I'll show you why. I do think in that time span, their opinions have changed, but my criticism still stands. You're not being an ally by fighting with people and trying to label them as victims when they don't identify as such. Fair. It's giving you care about being right more than you care about keeping people safe, which is a fair analysis of this, by the way. I want to say this part KP gets right. Still though, fear tactics like a cease and desist are cowardly and total bullshit. And I hope Bonk, it's Bonk, it's not Donk, the best, as his information being doxed is very scary and wouldn't wish him any harm. Now, I want to make this very clear. Legal representation is not a bad thing. I hate...
Your mic's gone, buddy. We lost him.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah, we lost him. He does this sometimes.
Oh,
he gets
no.
too Italian.
He
strikes the top of
died.
his desk, and a wire gets loosened, and then we do this for... It happens at least once a stream.
While this is happening, Becky, when is the KP interview dropping? Also, several people's lives hang in the balance. Welcome to another rape review. Thanks. Thank you, Baron, for the upload. Probably maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I really wanted to get this out today, but this has just kept spiraling.
You had
I think I've
KP
got most
interview?
of the so yeah, I'm not dropping the full interview with KP.
Okay. Sure.
Because I don't think it's needed, and some of it's personal stuff and shit. But yeah, I've got interviews with KP. They will be in the video because I think it's important people hear what she has to say about this.
There we go.
Yeah, people have been pretty good about talking to me. Some haven't. I will say this now because I know people are watching. Some of you guys don't want to talk to me. It's probably best if you do, because otherwise all I've got to go on is what I can see. I would like your opinion. If you've got something that can recontextualize some of this shit, you should talk to me.
How have the responses been, Beckett? The ones that you have gotten?
Generally pretty forthcoming. I will say this for KP. Like they have been like pretty upfront. They're not like generally like running for the hills or trying to be super defensive of themselves. They seem to recognize the fuck up, and understand that. But I don't want to say too. I don't want to sit here and speak for them.
Sure.
But yeah, like
right.
Other people from behind the scenes, like just actually sort of giving me context, have been great. It's really helped, frankly, because unpicking this is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah.
It's been very fortunate that some people have reached out, and tried to explain try to explain their side of the story. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but it's like some people have reached out, trying to explain their side of the story. You have to wait for Beckett's video to see that. I'm not naming names. I'm not dropping anything, but it's really, really interesting. And I think it gives a lot of perspective on the creative process behind this video and just how much, not even just the missteps, but the misunderstandings and the lack of research into those who levy these allegations and their intentions. I'll tell you right now.
I will say this, and this is like insane to me. The most like due diligence is like KP, and it's one thing that happened really early on. It's like everyone else just sort of listened to, and like a lot of people seem to think, well, Brony Fandont's vetting all these things, but Brony Fandone doesn't fucking vet anything. They just go, oh, well, this person said it, so I can platform it and use it to attack Griffin or whoever. It's absolutely fucking mental.
Yeah, they were in this chat. They're too afraid to come back. By the way, they know the stream is happening. They're too afraid to come back.
Well, they know.
Oh, I added their YouTube channel as well.
So did I.
They know that they can have a conversation here. The problem is that they're very much afraid to come in. We will be awaiting whatever the response is from. Hey, listen, I tagged her in the fucking video. Emily, if you want to fucking come on, by all means. Or if you want to talk in private, I encourage that even more. It's what I asked when you were anonymous, and I still knew who you were. I asked if you wanted to if you wanted to speak privately, because that's how you handle this, and we can get it all straight. And even, listen, you either apologize or show more proof that people are asking for. That would be greatly appreciated, because that's been the issue, has been this weird, like, cone of silence and lack of transparency that continues to go on. And it was one of the more frustrating parts investigating a lot of this story, because you got to see more and more and more how people just didn't care and just wanted to say, but big person, big bad. Regardless how you feel about a public figure and your perceived feelings about them, you still have to scrutinize everyone involved and see if they pass through that test. It's just how you do good vetting overall. But let's continue with this. Let's see, additional information. The C&D, total bullshit. Doxing, they didn't do, by the way. I want to stand clear due to this situation has become very complicated. It should have been taken up with those who understand the complexity. Also, Destiny Doodles, we talked about their allegations from before. Aside from being harassed by Black Griffin's base, was also given a cease and desist. Before their Twitter account was deleted, they posted information regarding legal threats they received before deleting everything. Listen,
they're making allegations that he sent them a dick pic with no fucking evidence. Of course you're gonna get a fucking cease and desist.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah. There are 2 sets of allegations about all of this. And I don't understand why these are the ones that, because I want to be very clear, it's not the DeviantArt ones that carry all that weight, by the way. I want to make that very clear. And we reviewed it on our last stream when we were going over this. I find the DeviantArt ones to still be uncomfortable, regardless if it was 15 years ago. I still find it deeply uncomfortable. But where is the pattern? Why is every allegation after that specifically only related to his relationship and nothing else, and grasping straws that he's an anti-Semitic racist? I don't understand where we're at anymore. Like, I don't understand where we're at, and it's crazy. Leia, come here.
No, I was talking to one of the people, and I think I had a brief conversation with you about this, Falgi. I was so, because of this, when the DA games allegations came up, I just immediately sort of dismissed them because I'd looked into so much other stuff. I was like, well, can I trust any of this? And this is the problem. There are things in the DA allegations which are concerning. And again, I'm not saying that nothing has ever happened ever. I don't know. No one else fucking knows either. The problem is there are so many bad allegations put forward that you have to pick through all the trash to get to anything that might be that might have legs. And when you get to that fucking point, it's then well, how much can I trust this thing that looks like it's a solid piece of evidence when I know you're prepared to lie and won't vet? That's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You kind of have to second guess yourself and question as you're looking through. I'm like, okay, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or this doesn't make sense. And then there's parts that do track, but others that don't. It's just what are we working with here?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, well, I was just going to say, and I mean, to be clear, if you want to see what hurts actual victims of things, I can be sorry, I'm on Fadge. If you want to see what hurts actual victims of things, it's when you've essentially used their stories as hit pieces against people you don't like, and it discredits everything else. That's what's really going to fuck over. Because again, it is now much harder for anyone to really look into this story because you have created doubt through bad investigative work.
Didn't this happen recently where someone released some kind of piece or video that actually had decent allegations, but there was so much frivolous, bull crap, you had to sift through it? I feel like there was something that happened that was very similar to this, and I can't recall for the life of me what it was. Maybe it was
many such cases.
many.
Was it in Praise of Shadows? Did in Praise of Shadows do this?
No, in Praise of Shadows was just
okay.
He was too soy for his own good, and then blamed it on being a toxic gay.
I just feel like we've heard this. Yeah, I feel like we've just heard this story a couple times in the last year.
It happens.
Yeah.
But let's continue to go over this, right? Yes, Billy Mitchell is a good example of this.
That's a good. Yeah. Actually,
we are the King of Kong's favorite club shittos. He did come into our chat.
He did come into our chat.
King of Kong.
That's crazy.
So let's go on to some other tweets so we can look at it. What's wrong with Brony Fandone Schizo? They spend their whole life trying to persuade Griffin's wife she's a grooming victim, but dismiss the claim she actually makes against her dad. Bro, this story is wild. Here we go. This is a tweet. Also, Hose Mad. Also, fuck you in general. Helping an abusive motherfucker keep tabs on his grown-ass daughter who wanted nothing to do with him is insane. Nice try. I've never reported Ian. I've never reported to Ian. Again, we've discussed this. Hey, the voice of Goku in the Ocean dub. Oh, that's gonna come out.
It's interesting they're using his first name. I don't know Ian.
That is weird. Yeah. What a weird thing to say.
That was the first thing I thought. Why would you use their first name?
Why on a first name basis like that on Twitter?
There's allegations against Ian. Maybe if you wait for a video, they might come out. But what I don't know about Claire does it. What would I even know about what Claire does that isn't public? and he wasn't even abusive. I don't know what your stake in Griffin is, but you don't get to pretend 300 plus pages of proof doesn't exist. Remember, part of that proof is he went to a fucking Girl Scout cookie. He bought Girl Scout cookies.
He's saying every piece of information is proof?
Yes.
Well, this is like
allegations or evidence.
It's a quantity over quality thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, and I keep noticing this, like whenever there are bad allegations, they're like, well, what about this one? What about? And people keep doing this to me. I'm like, well, what about this thing? Oh, but what about this thing? And I'm just like, yeah, okay, but can we talk about like the bad parts here? Like, because that's what I'm questioning. Like, you can't just. You know, if you've got a 300-page document and you've got like 1 page of it that's fucking viable, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much like
they didn't know who Rain was. They didn't
Yeah.
know.
They asked
who.
They
like,
asked
they didn't know
if
what Rain was.
a
I'm just like,
content
what the fuck?
creator. They literally asked if Rain, which is like an outreach program, it's a national outreach program for victims of sexual violence and abuse. They asked if they were a content creator. You know how crazy that is?
Oh my god!
Google's right there. Google is right there.
I was sitting here. I was driving my van. And I sat here and I'm like, wait, is Paulie talking about the actual organization, or is this something else?
Yeah, he's insane.
That's when you know you're too.
I know.
That's not when you're a dumb fuck. Like, Google is right there. Someone asks you something, hey, maybe I should search it before I ask. Like, well, what is that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, let's get into my. Now, Beckett, this is my favorite tweet. You know why this is my favorite tweet? You know why this is my favorite tweet? This story is insane. How did a Brony roleplay account, who apparently defends full con, hint, Vosh would love it, become the main source for all the Black Griffin allegations?
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, and very famously, as Killjoy points out, the only justice they believe in is on the internet. Now, this...
Are they also ACAB?
Yeah, they're extremely ACAB. They're extremely ACAB.
Boss reference, though.
They're extremely ACAB. But let's go into a couple different things. Oh, why did I get a text message? Sorry. You know. Oh, yay.
Emergency coming to work text.
So you may be asking, who is Babseed and then MLP Screwy? Now, for those who don't know, and I know Diesel covered the series of tweets today, and we'll go over them. MLP Screwy was what this account used to be. And it used to be a My Little Pony account. It used to be a roleplay account. Because back in the day, all these people were role-playing. It's very bizarre.
I thought they only did that on Tumblr. The Tumblr Ask Blog roleplays.
No. It continued.
Oh no, the actual, or I've read the full origin story of Brony Fandone. I'm sure we'll get to that tweet because that's my actual favorite one.
That's my favorite.
I put up recently.
What?
But,
Embray?
There is like an origin story for Brony Fandone, and it is completely fucking unhinged. It is so crazy that I actually like. I was on call to somebody, like going through some stuff. I paused what we were talking about to read through this to them and laugh manically. It's so fucked up.
I sent this to you and I was like, oh, Becca would love this.
It honestly was the highlight of my day. It was just absolutely banging.
So let's look at a little bit of MLP Screwy. You'll see more of it in the video that Beckett's putting out, but Babseed says, so you're MLP Screwy, right? Yerp, says MLP to MLP Babseed. That's what the ponies say. She's screwy. Interesting.
Oh no.
Brony Fandone, aka MLP Screwy, goes on to say, knocks, knocks, knocks on the tree Barbie door with MLP Babseed and MLP Screwloose. We need medical help. Babseed at MLP Screwy at MLP Screwloose at MLP Twilight. Screwloose at MLP Babseed at MLP Screwy. So, backup plan since Twi is AFK? I don't fucking care about the rest of this, but it's dots, right? Now you may be asking, where is this going, chat? So this is Screwball. This is the character for MLP Screwy. Now here's the fun part. MLP Screwy is supposed to be a child pony. This is a child pony. But very interestingly, they interact with other ponies. Let's find out about this fan character that they're embodying.
I'm having flashbacks now to, was it Fandone having an image of that character shaking their ass on Twitter? Am I remember that correctly?
We'll get there. So this right here is another Brony. Oh, the fucking pony. I believe it's called like something fucking goody fucking whatever the fuck. I don't got time. It's fucking insane. But let's read the highlighted portion. He was a formerly 19-year-old unicorn stallion, though he transformed himself back into a colt so he could date Screwy. He age regressed magically to 10 years old so the 19-year-old pony can date the 10-year-old pony. This is the origin.
Okay, apparently it's a background character.
Oh, yeah,
apparently it was embracing, but like, you know, it doesn't matter.
We're not arguing about Brony lore because I will DFE.
I will crash out.
It's worth noting that when all this happened, Fandone was a minor. They were a kid at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old they were. This is going back a fair way. But the problem is, like, they've continued to defend, like, as much as they're like, well, I was put into these adult situations. I mean, you'll see that they're still defensive of this kind of content. I don't know. I don't know what kind of defense you can provide.
There's fucking tweets hot off the presses. There isn't a fucking justice system. This is twitter.com. There's no reason to doubt the victim. Plenty of reason to doubt Griffin. And if you're wrong, then everything you've been doing is playing devil's advocate for a pedophile against their victim. You aren't the arbiter of right and wrong. You're an idiot. You keep saying that there's only word of mouth and no evidence, but that's never been true, dumbass. And you don't stay neutral. You just swooped in to call me a bad person for fighting on behalf of the victim.
You have a Brony? You have a Pony PFP Twitter account. I think your argument is just gone.
This man, he's my favorite. Is this a Lolcow in the making? I fucking hope so.
I mean, again, they're so
But Scarlet
crazy.
was your favorite.
No.
This is actually better. This is
better.
I didn't think in 2025 I would find a Brony account that's like still around and absolutely fucking crazy. It's a gold mine. It's a gold mine. I hope they carry on. I think that there's going to be content for like it's been
for ages.
It's been quiet.
This is the
for
new
Brony
Jartent.
content. This is great. This is great. Listen, it's always funny when an A-logger gets A-logged. They never know how to deal with it. It's absolutely fucking fantastic.
Don't put your face out there. Don't put your name out there. Don't be part of the story. I don't know
Oh my
what
God,
you thought would happen.
Becca's getting hits of nostalgia right now.
Oh, it's been so long. I love it. It's great.
This is so again, reminder. Now there's context to this pony lore, and I will read every fucking tweet of that thread. So again, but here's like a weird post that they made a couple years ago. Actually, I don't remember when this post was made. I believe this was a couple years ago. But again, remember, they were only 13 when they defended Lolicon. It'd be really weird if they defended it again in 2024. Very fucking weird. I don't know
this is
yet.
all over their account. I don't know how people are missing this. I don't know how people have missed this. This shit is all over their account.
And this is the main source of information that is platform. So this is actually one of my biggest issues, right? Because a lot of people can easily say, well, Brony Fandone didn't make the second thread, the second Google Docie, and they're actually admonished in that. However, The main sources, such as Destiny Doodles and the other Snapchat thread with the alleged dick pic, are propagated and promoted by Sophie Scruggs and Brony Fandone. There's no way they aren't involved. You can admonish them publicly at the top of the document, but it doesn't make any sense when you're sourcing everything they're giving you.
It's fruit of the poison tree, and the poison tree is Brony Fandone, and people are still eating from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the problem as well with like the dick pic allegation from Destiny. Brony Fandone is on Twitter. I don't think I tweeted this, but they're on Twitter talking about how this whole thing was a gay op. They were like planning to they were going to use it to basically try and threaten Black Griffin and then say it's blackmail, and then to get an admission out of them. Like, you know that there's not enough here to substantiate what you have. Otherwise, you wouldn't be using it in this manner. Like, they're obviously aware, but they just like the problem is if you go to the next tweet down, my next tweet down.
Yeah.
Because I think this is my actual opinion at this point.
So I just want to highlight this phrase because this phrase has been the one that has been fought against. I just don't care because I don't agree it's pedophilia. If he were to ever actually do anything to a child or get caught with an actual child content or even art of a real existing child, then I'd care. You'll find out who this is about in a little bit. Pony fan art, pony/furry art does not make a zoophile inherently. Gore is not murder. Remember this phrase for later. So here's the other part of this. So, Gabriel Brown. Okay, go on. Yeah.
So yeah, like with this, just quickly, like looking through this, like this tweet, Gabriel Brown, aka Black Griffin, groomed minor Claire Corlett. She voiced Sweetie Belle in My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. The thread will retread other threads already made, though not exclusively here in one of those threads for credit.
And then there's Rootmaster.
Here's my theory. I think that Brony Fandone was obsessed at some point with Sweetie Belle, or like had some sort of attachment to this character, and then Claire gets like together with Black Griffin. They freak out and they have led an endless fucking hate campaign trying to break them up and get them to divorce them. And when Claire was like, fuck you, you're a psycho, they were like, well, fuck you, you're like in on it, because nobody hates like a former fan.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is obviously personal.
Somebody else brought that up in our chat too.
Fuck about victims.
Yeah. Somebody else had brought that up too, and it's I don't know. It's not looking good for Bonk for sure.
It's a John Lennon situation.
It's almost like Bonk can't accept that My Little Pony is dead. Like the fandom is dead, and they want that happy good feeling that MLP was to come back, and it's like, just move on. I've accepted Hannibal's never coming back.
Coming back.
I'm not gonna go like accuse him of being a pedo because of it.
Now,
the joy you found in a younger age is no longer there, and you're mad about it.
Now, I want to point out. So Beckett pulled this, right? This is Brony Fandone going crazy, right? I want to highlight something for a second so everybody sees. By the way, these are not fake stoxes, what I'm about to show, because it's public on their account.
Oh, hey, thank you, King Sly.
Hey, yo, King Sly. What up, bro?
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Much appreciated.
So let's highlight something. This post in 2025, March 31st, let's scroll down to see how many posts there are. And yes, I do want to make it very clear because KJ has said it. This is a joint account effort between Bonk as well as Sophie Scruggs, an official artist for MLP, or was one at the time. Look how long this fucking thread is. This thread is psychotic.
Wait, there's more.
So
This
like,
thread is
I'll
psychotic.
summarize a lot of their history rather than, unless you want to read it. Falgi, are you planning to read this entire fucking thread?
I was just gonna read a few excerpts
The
and then go
highlights.
back to your tweet.
The highlights, yeah.
So in
the high points.
So the summer of 2011, I noticed on Twitter more and more pony icons. Not longer after, I saw the show was available on demand. Alone in a basement, a 13-year-old me watched the return of Harmony, the two-part season 2 premiere, and the introduction of the character Discord. Not long after, I joined Twitter Ponies. It was a Twitter role-playing community where canon characters and OCs had their own accounts intermingling in a world that the show gave the blueprint for. I chose Screwball, a character from the first episodes I'd ever seen. Now, I want to highlight this. So, they say all of this. Let's get to some of my favorite of these tweets from here. Where is it? Because I find one of these very interesting.
I have like a in the back
I'm
of
sorry,
my head.
is
I'm
this
like,
person? Am I getting this right? They were like 13. So they're
Yes.
like 27 now.
Yep.
They're
This person is
molding
20.
about a moment. Go ahead, yeah.
That this person is 27 and spends their life attacking people from like a dead fandom. This is their life now.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
yeah.
They should work
like,
at a glue factory.
I'm like in the back of my head. I'm like wondering, is there in like a couple years we found like some deep dark shit about the fucking Harry Potter fandom where they were trying to kill Daniel Radcliffe or something?
I want to highlight this. This tweet is my favorite tweet out of all of these. There were smaller conventions. There were smaller conventions, however, compared to BronyCon. I've attended every BronyCon that's been in Baltimore. The first being in 2014. This con was especially different from New York for me, however, because of a surprising new dynamic. I had fans now. He was horse famous. At like
Horse
16.
famous. Oh, God.
He was famous for his fucking roleplay account where he roleplayed a child dating an adult pony that age regressed to a child's age. Do you understand how fucking psychotic that is?
To be clear, I mean, so they do clarify why they get horse famous.
Oh, yes.
So it's they were their cartoon, that like child character is the daughter of Discord, this like chaos god, who's like voiced by, is it John Delancey, like who plays Q?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
I'm so fucked up by that.
This lore is crazy. I have not gone to the school. All this lore is new to me.
But basically, I just like John Delancey. That's the only reason I know that. But
I love John Delancey.
I love him.
But basically, they'd had another Twitter account for this, like
for the Discord
role play, for the Discord, while he was a statue who was just silent as a bit of a joke, and then the character gets like re-added to the like let out of the statue in the series, and then they started tweeting regularly as this character. The way they described this in the thread is like fucking mental. They were like, you know, with great there it is. With great power comes great responsibility. I needed to use this effectively and make sure that I wasn't, you know, and only using it for harmless shenanigans. This person is a fucking schizo, and they're talking about this in 2025, and no one questioned, no one looked at this insane schizo thread and thought, maybe the person putting these allegations out isn't a reliable source because they're an ex-horse famous person. Dude, the greatest achievement of this person's life is horse famous. That is fucking suicide inducing. Unironically, holy fuck. Before anyone says anything, put my name in the note. I don't care. I'll read it on stream. I literally don't give a shit.
You know, you and me both, buddy. You and me both.
So
I mean, you're both horse famous now.
Just to be clear, I just want to be clear for a second. Horse famous is being popular in the Brony community. Am I correct in that assessment?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now
I think it's worse. They actually have a term for it.
I want to point out that one of the most important lines outside of the great power becomes great responsibility, all that shit. I had accidentally laid the groundwork to be the most powerful character ever.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Very cringe. Very
I
cringe.
I have a
thought
theory.
Drippy said the only power.
I have a theory. I think Brony Fandone has a little bit of a god complex. Very interesting.
I think Brony Fandone is compensating for something in his life.
Yeah, Brony Fandone likes a lot of things.
Yeah.
One of them is...
I want to be special, but at least I'm pony special.
Oh, it's giving a lot of things, chat. And so there's a bunch that goes on from here. Did you include the one where they say they got groomed in your thing?
Yeah, so like, yeah, they talk about the relationship they had with this person who was like age regressing down to them.
Yes.
And they were like, this was grooming and things. And I'm like, do you know what? Like, I will be charitable here. I'm like, yeah, it probably was, like, in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
Again, you know, that's fuck it. I don't know. I'd love to be like, well, you know, we've only got the allegations here, but they clearly age regress their character to roleplay with this kid. So yeah, that's probably true. Do you know, ironically, that's what an allegation with some evidence looks like, Brony Fandone.
Yeah, that's like the craziest thing. Because again, I'm trying to see if I can find it specifically, but they talk about the fact that they were groomed because of this. And listen, I will give Brony Fandone this. I personally find it very, very sad and telling that the Brony fandom has once again groomed another minor. Shocking, I know. But if I had a nickel for every time, I'd think I own a bank at this point. And it is sad, but I think we should talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say reindeer? So, when Brony Fandone was being called out by the gaming company behind Billy Bust Up, which Gabe, aka Black Griffin, was a part of. He was the main villain for that. He was voicing it. They premiered their own counter doc. Let's talk about that. Because these allegations, this entire thread was made because that was unearthed. This part isn't easy for me to talk about. It never is. Defending myself on this often instantly gets me ire from others. Maybe with the already given backstory, this time it'll be different. People hate me for getting NSFW art of Noelle from Deltarune with my character. Yeah. Maybe it's because of my upbringing through this fandom, but I don't see this as a problem. I don't have a thing for children. I have no secret past of pining for children or public past of it, like Griffin. This character is not hurt by me. No one is. I think it's wrong for people to draw arbitrary lines in the sand on morality. It turns to people debating if snouts are too far for furries. That's not a productive debate, and it only exists based on personal feelings. You can dictate it for everyone on your own values. The tweet goes on. That's why I go by something that isn't arbitrary. If no one is hurt, then it isn't an issue. I can't hurt Noelle, and it doesn't represent me or how I am with minors. If anything, it stems from my own situation when I was a minor. Psychology is complicated. I know what's in my brain. I know I have no attraction to children or animals. Noelle is neither to me in my head. But others will tell me I'm lying anyways. This is only thing typical good people hate me for, and it isn't even my fault. The whole story, however, leads to right now. The Screwball roleplay account from the start was repurposed a few years back. I'm reading these posts from that account. At this very moment, and despite everything, I use it to try to help the community. Goes on to say, I wish things didn't end up like this for the community. I wish people did more to save it. I'm just one person and not a big face to the fandom either. And yet I was able to bring more positive change than most just by trying. If I can do better, then please do it. I'm not perfect. I'm not bad. I'm just Bonk. I don't want the job of a janitor. I never did. I'm just not good at looking the other way. Make it so I'm insignificant in a wave of positive change. Be the leaders yourselves. Save the fandom.
Fandom's dead, buddy. Also check your DMs.
Bro's chewing the scenery.
This is Noelle from Deltarune.
Isn't this character like 11? That's what people have been
high
schoolish
maybe?
age.
Like 16,
Somebody
15.
gave me a number. I might be wrong, so I won't repeat it.
I would say having to censor that image give me mental illness.
I will say, we have confirmed who the artist was, and they did do it. I don't want to pull up the DM only because, like, I don't find it necessary, but we do know the artist who created the image. I don't blame them. I find that to be very reductive. He paid for this image. It's out there. Obviously, allegedly, Brony Fandone can't get anything done because we, the drama tubers, are scaring the hoes.
I'm so proud of this. I actually
yeah, I posted this. I sent this to you, right?
Yeah, like, okay, so I actually know what this is in reference to.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we can say it.
So I said the other night that I could confirm it's Emmy because I have their DMs.
Yeah.
And I also know that might have caused some problems for people. But here's my thoughts on this. Emmy is running for the hills and has continued to run for the hills.
Yeah.
I don't know what to I don't want to tell you. They've been running for the hills for ages, and I'm tired of it. Come and talk to me. Come and talk to anyone. I don't care who you fucking talk to, but fucking talk to somebody, because this is just fucking ridiculous. If you have like some evidence or like a way to like explain yourself, you should do it, because what you've essentially got is somebody who is a major public figure, has been a major public figure for years, has a load of fucking connections to various companies, and decided to platform this anonymously through KP. And I'm just going to be fucking straight up. I am pretty sure that the reason that this got platformed through KP is actually nothing to do with Bonk. It's to do with the fact, and I needed Saber's response video to make it fit, but when Saber started talking about their relationship to each other, that's why Emmy picked KP. Because she thought that would hurt Saber.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Now, chat, what if I told you Bonk started to be a little bit interesting? What if I told you when the victim that they thrust upon, really interestingly, started to fight back and said, hey, I'm not a victim. Why do you keep saying that? Now, there's a series of tweets I want to highlight. I put it on my, I put it here, but there's another one that I can find. Where's Brony Fandone saying the fuck everybody tweet? Do I have that one? I don't know if I have that one offhand. I'll find it in a little bit. So let's look at this photo. So you may see Claire. Now, I went to Claire's Twitter. Fun fact, her pinned tweet is Brony Fandone constantly attacking her. And yes, Anthony, you did kind of miss your cameo. They were 13 at the time, though. What if I told you they still hold those beliefs today, because that March 31st post was from this year? Interesting. Let's look at what they say when they're harassing Claire. Claire goes on to say, in quotes, I personally think ranting online and being a huge advocate against grooming is crazy, considering they turn around and make posts like this defending porn and zoo art of fictional minors, simply saying, quote, it's fine. Something's off with this person. they feel the need to fight. Brony Fandone goes on to say, I know people will disagree with this. If no one is getting hurt, I don't care. Some people say anything sexual is bad. Before marriage, with the same gender, viewing content online, it's all personal comfortability. It's not a real standard. No one hurt is a real line.
Bro. That is, dude, that's so fucking damning. That is so fucking damning. Don't you talk to somebody else that isn't a weirdo and they'll tell you, hey, you seem kind of like a pedo right now.
But here's the weird thing. Wouldn't by Brony Fandone's own standards, he should drop the allegations against Black Griffin? Because here's Claire, his wife that I believe is turning or is already 25 this year, stating, hey, I love my husband and I don't think I'm a victim. Please stop placing me with that. And you want to know how I know that Claire continues to say that? Now, I said this before, and I'll say this again. There are many, many, many things that has happened to. Let's see what's happening. IC tweet. I'll go back to it in a bit. KJ, I already pulled that up, but thank you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where am I looking at? Sorry, chat. This is what happens when you don't have a bunch of screens. I only have 2 screens. I need more screens.
Italian, only 2 screens.
So this, just to show everybody, is Claire's account. This is the pinned tweet.
Damn.
At Brony Fandone has been harassing my husband and me for many months now, and it's time to stop. If you guys could help me by reporting their main thread, that would be great. Now, I want to highlight something. This is some of the art that Brony Fandone had made when they were a minor. I want to make it very clear. They were a minor. I want to make it very clear. But some of this is really weird. Huh. That's a fucking weird image. That's a really weird fucking image. That's Screwy, and I don't know who. Is that MLP?
Screwball.
Screwball? Is
I
it
have
Screwball?
no idea.
Because they had the little propeller on
Oh,
their head.
yeah. Oh, yep.
Weird. Strange. They continued their role-playing into 2023. Very bizarre,
Wait,
chat.
What? Wait, what?
Look. Oh, thanks. I've been trying for a long time to finally get out of one. Takes the tissue to clean up her nose. They were still doing it.
Actual fuck
in 2023.
Oh, no, come on. No, you're cooked. You're role playing and you're 25 and you're role playing on Twitter. Fucking
Chris, I am not fucking playing
like
that.
a normal person.
Over. It's
Chris, I am
over.
not playing
It's
that.
over.
It's insane.
If this was my stream, it would be
this
yellow
wasn't that
already.
one.
Oh, it's already. I've said the C word that I didn't know I couldn't say on stream.
Well, you can
fuck.
mute it.
It's fine.
We can't say cunty.
Here. I can't say I'm cunty is crazy. Let's see. There's more about her husband, about the defending of the art. Weirdly enough, if you click on this one, where's Brony Fandone? Weird. They're still defending it in the year of our Lord 2024. Chris, you're never silenced. You could pop. Listen, I tell you every time, if you want to pop on stream, you're never silenced.
Chris, you can always join the Discord.
He won't.
The double standard. But even when it says nobody's hurt, Brony Fandone goes on to say, Claire, I'll be blunt with you. Your line of reasoning makes no sense and it never will make sense. If I say the sky is blue, and here is a picture showing it, you respond with, so by your logic, I guess the ground must be red, right? Is that really what you're saying? Interesting how Claire is saying I was not groomed. And neither is Michelle. And I've said this publicly. Not to make fun of Gabe, but like really strange how the minor he's the closest to and lived with he did is claiming she was never groomed by him. Ever. Never said it was inappropriate. And I have continually heard that Gabe constantly and consistently refused Claire's advances over the years. Daddy Diesel, thank you so much for the raid. So nice to have you. So nice to see you. But that's, you know, very interesting. Play it. It's Motown. Fuck you, Chris. I'm not doing this right now. I know what it is. I know what the song is.
Like Abyssal Grace.
I don't know it. You should play it. You should play it.
A grown-ass woman.
No,
it's actually really simple why they're infantilizing a grown-ass woman. It's because they don't view her as a grown-ass woman. They view her as Sweetie Belle.
Yeah.
So cringe.
She to these fucking freaks is always going to be that child character.
Oh, it's that level of parasociality.
100%.
Yeah.
110%. This consistently and continually comes off as not just a crazy level of parasociality. It comes to... Oh my God! It's Anthony Sloptino himself. Hello,
Okay,
Diesel.
all right. Listen, I just wanted to come over to say that Jar responded to me, and he says he doesn't know who I am, and he would like it if I leave him alone.
He said,
"Yeah, I totally believe that he doesn't know who I am."
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't know who you are, Diesel.
that's funny.
He can't
fuck.
grow you.
That's
like
he's on stream with you. He said hi, Diesel.
Diesel, before you run away though, can we just acknowledge something, buddy? Recently Diesel found out that you can set people's nicknames on Discord.
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah. I already told my chat, you're my e-boyfriend.
So he tells me this, and we're both setting our nicknames at the same time. He sets mine to e-boyfriend as I set his to husband. Almost instantly.
That's so
Chris.
cute.
Dude.
Oh.
Can I just say all the people in this drama need to be shot on site? Literally.
It's really
every person.
Guys,
every
like the
person
stream.
needs to be
Like the
shot.
stream and tip.
Throw
Like
to
the
the
stream and
camps.
tip.
Throw to the camps. Throw to the camps and
No,
shot.
I agree.
Throw to the camps and shot.
Okay,
Anyone
I
who doesn't
disavow.
play shit.
Why
No,
does
don't
Fauci
disavow. Don't disavow. You agree with me, Diesel. You pretend that you fucking
No,
don't.
I'm more focused on Jar right now, and the fact that he's pretending he doesn't know who I am.
When are you and Jar gonna
That
hate
is
fuck?
such a Diesel. I talked to you about this drama for 2 hours last night. What the fuck are you
I've
talking
told you
about?
everything about this drama. You're
Camps.
literally there. You literally keep being like, Fauci did it again. Fauci did it again.
I mean, yes.
Why does Fauci lets Chris Feb post, but not the rest of us? Fuck you.
Yeah, wow, God forbid. I'm the only one
He's
allowed
a
to
guest.
post.
He's a guest in our house.
I can't control him. He's a guest.
Realistically,
posting bread and water.
Hold on. Realistically, genuinely, can we all just collectively, as a unit here, just completely say these people all need to die? Every one of them, especially the one that's doing the whole I'm playing as a little pony girl. Fuck you. You're mentally ill.
He won't let me. He won't
Fuck
let
you.
me.
You're mentally ill. You're mentally ill. You're mentally ill.
They are. Okay, so here's what I will say. As we say
Blue
on the
Factory.
op block, please invoke your Persona 3. Buy Persona 3 Reloaded on stream now, and you can know what invoking your persona is.
Wait, Diesel, question. When are you and Jar gonna hate fuck already? What are you guys gonna do best friends?
Over with.
No.
You already
You
tried
can't
getting
say
bit
that.
past, okay?
You trying to be a homewrecker?
Yeah, I am.
You're trying to be a
Unironically.
homewrecker.
I mean,
You're
let
trying
me-
to
hold on.
ruin
Can
Diesel
you
and
let
Fauci's
me-
relationship.
If you let me in the call with Jar so that we could just double rape him, that'd be great.
Stop!
I can't believe that was his response to me. I honestly
He's like, I don't even
think-
know who you are. Do you see
No.
my
Yeah, that's that is such a
Diesel.
crock of
At
shit.
least you get a response,
Diesel.
bro.
Wait.
He won't even talk. He won't even talk about me.
Oh yeah, he
Wait,
won't even say anything about me either. He'll
I want
Here's
him
what
around.
Diesel
Wait.
should do. What Diesel should do is, as a response, is just send that clip of
Yeah,
you
I
three
know, I need
to
a-
be on Chud's stream.
I need to find it. I need to find it. If somebody in the community has it
gotcha.
on tap, please let me know. But like,
It's in my
yeah.
video. It's in my
It's
video.
definitely
feeling
there.
That was in your
lost
video.
out without
Did you,
Okay.
did you see me trying to help you? I wrote best
Yeah, I
friends
know.
already. You guys are just super. You guys are so
Well, I was
close.
saying that if he showed up at VidCon, I'd instant transmission in front of him, so it's probably not good. that I
That's
keep
kind of
him.
funny. That's actually funny. Also,
Nothing personal,
wait,
kid.
wait. If whoever gets to talk to Jar
was
next,
good.
could you ask him what he thinks about my blackface thumbnails?
Stop.
Okay, first of all, I started
Yeah,
that.
you did
okay.
not.
You did, and then Mishi
Diesel
made more
did
of them.
start that.
Mishi-
Diesel
Somebody who
started
may
that.
not want to
Mishi
be
did it.
known who does it. So
For those who
Listen,
don't know, who are
listen.
coming to the stream for the first time, I recommend watching Beckett, his Copid Seeds video on Jar, just the robot. One of the mods will put it in chat. It's a very, very good video looking at someone who is a insane human being who loves to be an idiot and constantly
Jar just wants his
tells
back
people,
blown out by a black guy. He just
God
wants-
damn it!
No, they broke up. They broke up.
They
Oh
broke.
my
No,
God.
did they actually break up?
I need a piss
Did
again.
we-
Goodbye.
You
Did
always
they,
have to
did
piss.
they break up though? There's a
I-
domestic always
he
happens
said-
when they say that.
He said he
happens.
moved back home or whatever, or he moved out.
Here's a link.
He moved out. They can't blow each other's
but
backs out.
that
anymore.
that
That's
also may
crazy.
not have
I mean, they
been
can
accurate
blow each
either
other's
because you
backs
got it
out
from
over
somebody.
I mean,
Discord.
it may not have been.
That's not
You
real
only have
blowing your
Char's
back
word
out.
to go on it.
Yeah,
Listen,
Hey,
Professor
maybe
John-
Discord
Dreadlock
doesn't
just
count.
maybe Dreadlock just goes to a different school in Canada.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Maybe,
you're so
maybe,
loud.
maybe, dude.
don't
Serious
know.
question. Like, what the whole idea of what you guys are covering? This person is doing My Little Pony little girl role play on Twitter. Death.
They used to.
They used to when
and
they were a
that's-
child.
See,
Does that makes it any better?
No,
That makes
it
it
doesn't make
Did
it any
we
better.
just not see a tweet of him doing it from 2 years ago?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
It was 2023.
Wait, this is a man.
Yes.
They say we
Yeah,
jumped them.
He's in
His
his 20s.
face is
He's in
public.
his 20s.
His
Gross.
face is public. Maybe, just maybe.
Andrew
I-
Tate's right. We have such weak men in this world.
Well, I mean, listen.
Mental illness.
What you don't understand is that he identifies as a hyena and really loves red pandas.
Do I really have to get like what would be considered transphobic in 2025? To
Please
say
don't
if you
do that
think
for
you're
the
a
love of
hyena?
God.
No,
If you
please.
think you're a hyena, you need a fucking electric chair of like just
Stop!
constant therapy.
You see, when I stream alone, I say I have some turpentine
He's
shit
so close
personality.
to saying mental illness.
And again,
It's just like aggravating.
this
It's aggravating.
is-
You're
this
you're
is-
not an animal. You're a person. You're a
Yeah.
person. Shut up.
And I think something that really does bother me, right? Something that really does bother me about Brony Fandone, aside from the blocking, aside from the running, and aside from a lot of the other like bullshit they do, because
Oh God,
again,
Wootmaster.
we can talk about Wootmaster a little bit, guys.
I got acquired mental illness how to censor fucking
Yeah.
Wootmaster's tweets.
This person, one of the people involved with the first creation of the document, had to lock their Twitter, but they didn't lock their NSFW account.
Good.
Can you do me a
It's
favor,
fucking
Ash?
vile.
Ash,
You
Of
want me
course
to send
he
you
didn't.
the-
Of
Can you do me a
course they
favor?
didn't.
Mally's
want
trying to
me to
like
do?
test me right
Hey,
now.
Mally.
Also, why is my wife not modded?
Do you want me to mod your wife? Yeah, I'll mod your
Can
wife.
you
Go for it.
not
You-
sound
you-
as whipped as humanly possible?
This is not your. You are a guest at
I
our
know,
home.
I
We
know.
don't know. We don't know who you're dating every other week.
Do you want me to send the one with the ID to you, Malky?
Send the one with the ID, but just the ID.
Becca gets
Which
pegged
one's
by
your
that.
wife? I'll think
okay.
about
I
it.
believe.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Chris,
I
Chris,
need-
I believe you. I heard that recently by you too.
Do you want both
No.
of the ID ones?
No, just the one you know is the sexual one. So I want to
What?
show
No.
everybody something.
The
No,
sexual-
I am
Okay.
only going to show the portion of the ID. Beckett has seen this photo. This photo is so fucking vile that you can't open this shit in certain countries.
I should be clear as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
because I'm in one
I
of
had
those
to-
countries. I have seen a heavily,
I had to censor
It is
heavily
incredibly
censored
censored.
version of this image. Okay,
Show it to me now.
It's
Can't be that.
incredibly
Don't,
censored.
don't put it on screen. Don't put it on
Show,
screen.
show it to me
Chris.
now. It
Just
can't be
send-
that bad.
just
Yeah,
send
just
it
show
to
it to
Chris.
me.
Send it
So-
to
Chris,
Chris.
I
you
will
see
send it to you,
this?
Chris. I will send
What?
it to you.
You see this?
fuck is-
They're 13. It's written 18.
I'm
Chris.
done. Goodbye.
No. Chris, stay. You fucking asshole.
Kick
I'll
and the
send the
Swede.
image.
Thank you.
He asked
Thank
for
you,
it. I
guys,
sent it
thank
to him.
Oh,
Look,
that's
he wanted it.
he better come
wanted
back.
it.
He fucking
asked for
drag
it.
his ass. No, you don't want to see the image, guys. I can't even.
I heard 13 years old, and I don't want to continue anymore.
I sent you the image. Do you want me to delete it before you look at it?
Here's the image. Yeah, look at the image, and you tell us how you feel.
Delete that now! You deserve nothing but pure fucking hell in your life.
I had to censor that. I censored so much awful shit.
God hates you, pony person. God hates you.
I didn't even pay. I would like to say, because I like, Foundry said some very nice things about me at the start of stream. The entire old block team have been absolutely fantastic to work with. I like, you've done really good work, guys, and I'm very pleased.
Thank you.
I love the op block, but fucking Christ, never say something like that again.
You asked. You do it. No, you asked.
But again,
yeah, you have to tell my tonality if I'm serious or not.
Okay.
You have to.
You have one tone.
I'm a bit autistic. Okay, that's an issue.
You failed the test.
I'm sorry.
What, Q, what are you saying to me?
Thank you,
Because
Chris.
there's
That means
so
a
much-
lot.
I was just
for
giving
that,
you
I'll-
shit. I was just giving you shit. I'm like, man, you said a whole bunch of nice shit about Becky, but you didn't say one nice thing about Chris.
Okay.
I like Chris. Chris,
What is there to say?
Chris
There's
actively knows
nothing
that
nice to
I
say.
enjoy him. I enjoy Chris. I enjoy talking
Gay.
to Chris.
Well-
Yeah, I know it's gay. So what? You fucking like
Every
it?
time I want to learn a new slur, I just listen to Chris.
I do learn a lot from Chris.
There you go.
I do teach slurs, man.
I do learn a lot from you.
Any super soy people in chat don't like me, and you have a very large channel. Just understand, nothing you say will upset me, because I will just double down on it.
But again,
I can just be very, very like lefty soy at you, and then you would want to tell
Can
me
you-
to kill myself.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I forgot why I was here. Op, show them the thing.
No, I'm not. I'm not. That's
Why?
what-
It's Motown.
Yeah, Motown with Kanye West. I wonder if it's the favorite song that Kanye is putting
No,
out
dude.
right now.
It's totally not the greatest song ever made.
You're fucking. No.
It's not your wedding song. It's not your personal
Stop.
anthem.
We're not doing this.
I was actually told for a wedding I'm going to, I was showing the bride to be, and she was just like, "Don't request this at my wedding." And I was like, "But it can't be the Motown version." She said,
Graduation cannot protect him.
"No, graduation can't protect them. That song is ass. The Heil Hitler song is not good. It's just funny to
Thank
meme."
you for saying it. Is that the
I mean,
Why are you
it's
afraid?
clear.
How
It's
long have you
clear.
been streaming for? You're an hour in. You can literally say the hard R and not get the.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
We're not testing it. We're not testing it.
You could, but I'm not saying
I'm
you
not
should.
testing it.
No one hears the
Again,
pigment be able to say that word.
We are all. I am the soy one.
Actually,
I have said
to
this
be fair,
openly.
Thuman sent me a lot of stuff today about how gingers are apparently black now.
I've seen that on TikTok.
Well, you're
The
part, you
TikTok
have the
thread goes wild.
yeah, you have the Neanderthal gene, bro.
Before
and
we
you guys
get
come
too
from
far
Africa.
from it,
Oh.
Chad, I would like to remind you that Kanye West is no longer allowed. I know he made graduation.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Kat. Thank you.
No,
Kat.
no Kanye in the Discord.
He's just not allowed anymore. But the Motown version of Heil Hitler's pretty good.
I hate you so much.
It's
I
actually
hate
pretty
you
based.
so much.
Make sure to like
You
the
pronounced
stream.
it. You pronounced it too
please.
perfectly, Chris. What's up with that?
Do you mean Motown Heil Hitler? Man,
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
you know, the Argentinian blood, man. Me and Bada Banana, best friends, man.
I
I
don't.
mean,
what I
if
heard.
you
I heard
watch
that
enough
recently.
World War II documentaries, kind of get down, right?
What?
Don't,
Dude,
you can't,
don't pull
you
up.
can't say
Saber
that. You
Park
can
channel.
like talk about Kanye's new song, but if you start saying you're friends with Bad
No.
Empanada, you're gonna get sued by Ethan Klein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I am not friends with Bada Banana. Bada Banana has a rape face. I'm scared of his face.
Buddy.
What do you mean? Look at a photo of him and tell me he doesn't look like the kind
I
of guy
know
that would be
he's,
on like a
kinda
wanted poster
crazy.
for
I
that.
know he's crazy.
No, have you seen his face?
Yeah, I
He
have.
looks
Yeah.
like a rapist.
Yeah.
I
know someone who's also like, oh, base pit Bad Empanada right now.
I have no
Just,
idea
like,
who that
kill
person
yourself.
is.
Yeah,
Well,
me too.
I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
you're
we
not
can.
allowed to go to
Anyways.
bed. It's
Yeah,
only
no,
it's only 11 p.m.
It is 4:00 in the morning and I work.
Yeah,
in the
that sounds like
morning.
a you problem.
Okay.
Okay, it
go
is a
ahead.
me problem, and I'm solving it. Good night. Take
Good
care
night,
of Chris for
Beckett.
me.
Good night,
Have a
He's
good
not
night,
allowed to
Beckett.
leave.
I'm not a
Peace.
child. Shut up. Show me what I'm doing here. Oh, you're doing the response now?
Yeah.
I need to catch up on all this. I'm just gonna knock it all out Thursday or something.
Mhm.
12-hour stream Thursday.
Yeah, well, probably. I don't know.
Well,
I
if you
mean,
need layups, you know who to call.
Yeah, I
Ghostbusters.
definitely need a lowdown, and Balji's been doing that. He's good people. You guys are all good people,
Oh,
other
Thank
than
you, Chris.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg's
fair.
Greg is mean to me.
You know, I thought he was
That's
gonna say me. I thought he was gonna say me.
Q, you've been
You're
a
his
very
mod.
loyal viewer of mine.
That's your mod.
You literally changed your
Over.
name to QTV Hood Ornament because we showed Quantum jumping on the car for his ex-wife.
That was
I mean,
great.
to be fair, that was a running joke for me for a long time, but it was
And
just the
then it
newest.
ended up being true. It ended up being true.
True, yes, it did.
He is the Quantum.
I'm very
Quantum is
flattered,
very
all
good.
things considered, even though I made Chris the Narc Chew.
Oh
true.
yeah,
You did, Cat. You did.
Oh
you
no,
did.
Chris Chan the Narc.
that's
Chris
it.
You
Chan the
made that
Narc,
emote?
Yeah.
He did.
Yes.
Chris
he
Chan
did,
the
he
Narc,
did.
yeah.
Damn,
Yes.
I didn't know
I
that.
need to use that.
So I am checking before we go through this. I have not seen a single, and I mean single shred of counter evidence from who we know as Emily. I know I've seen the DMs. I'm not fucking crazy. I've already seen them. As I've said multiple times, people who have decided Brony Fandone is the arbiter of these allegations and have referenced them in previous videos. Courtney, I'm looking at you. Lazy, I am looking at you, even though you kind of fought back against them a little bit.
Courtney, I'm so much.
I'm a be fucking honest. Maybe you should take that. You know what? Don't have to take down the videos. I actually don't want you to take down the videos. Maybe you should make a video on Brony Fandone and why you shouldn't source a fucking schizophrenic. Fucking
Who totally isn't a pedo.
How dare you call them a schizo if they're not actually schizo? You're co-opting mental illness.
No, they're schizophrenic. I can say that they're schizophrenic.
Oh, they
God,
are.
I
Then
can't
why are we
believe it.
taking them seriously in the first place? Like,
Oh, yeah, I have no doubt that they're schizophrenic. They have a god complex from being a fucking roleplay account at 13.
So the god complex comes from being a degenerate as a child. Wonderful. That's totally.
It
totally,
means
totally
Thank you,
not
Cherry
something that the
Eat your
parents should
yummy,
have
yummy
hit 'em.
hell doll.
Parents should
it
have just hit 'em
means
harder.
if you play D&D, it's a pipeline to having a god complex if you're role playing.
Courtney
Is it
Courtney
really?
crashed
Is that how
out
that
on
works?
their YouTube community tab. Let me see that before we start this. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
recent?
gonna be very honest. I don't like Courtney. I don't like Courtney at all. I'm gonna be very real, and it's
Please tie my shoes.
yeah, you're right.
Pardon?
Please tie my shoes.
They're tagged.
Please
Okay.
tie my shoes.
There's so many people that need to like be fucking removed from this earth, man.
And listen, let me be very real when I say this. Courtney, it's okay that
Well, they must have deleted it.
let's see, the irony of people screeching. Oh yes. The irony of people screeching, how dare you be rude to a CSA victim, then go on to compare me to and say I'm turning into my rapist. Y'all are perfectly fine with being vile and disgusting, insisting
Okay,
upon my
I'm gonna
mental
say
state.
something.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
she's
something.
middle
Just
close.
because, okay,
Say it.
I'm gonna say something nuclear as fuck, and I really don't care. Just because that you were raped doesn't mean you get to be shitty to other people and then use your
Okay.
rape as a fucking shield.
I'll-
I'm sorry.
I'll
Fuck
say something
you.
even more. I'll say something
Faith,
even more
fuck
nuclear.
you.
You want me to
Fuck
say?
Faith.
Would you like me to say the more nuclear take?
Sure.
Courtney, you're not the superior rape victim. Please stop acting like it. I need you to. It is grossly inappropriate. Your conversation about consent at the end of the Saberspark expose is incredibly disheartening, disgusting, and you give an excuse for people in power to sexually assault people. You said, and I quote, I'm giving a spoiler to Chris because I think it's funny. You said flashing your titties is consent.
I'm just gonna hang up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen what Courtney looks like. Those tits are nasty.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
come
not where I'm
on.
going.
Yo!
Chris the Narc, everybody. He's gonna,
Thank you for
Gonna
stopping
do his
by,
thing.
Chris.
Listen,
you for stopping
Chris
by,
is
Chris.
Chris is a shark. You can't be mad when a shark bites.
I know. He is. We do not. We
You know,
disavow
it's
some of the
funny.
things Chris says, but not all of them.
On stream, it looks like we're like all like several like inches away from Cat.
We have
It's
We're not
because
as close as
Cat.
we
It's
should be.
because Cat's photo.
I want to
is
be
wide.
as close to Cat as humanly possible.
Cat's photo is wide. But listen,
We haven't had this many people on the panel for a minute.
yeah, it's the New Year's stream. That was the longest
Yeah.
panel, and nothing happened on that New Year's stream.
Yep.
Again,
like,
like,
I have a
What do you
real
mean? It's the
fucking-
first
Did
time
not
me and
happen.
it's the first time me and Greg kissed.
Yeah,
It's true.
Wow.
So
Go
I,
watch and
listen,
find out.
I just have a.
I'm
real
really sad I missed
Oh
that
shit! We hit the
moment.
goal, by the way.
Oh,
It's
go feed your
time
dog.
to feed the puppers.
Oh, you can
it's
put,
time to give her treats.
You could put
It's time to feed the dog now at the Uplock stream tonight. Leia, come here.
What? Lily Orchard flashed her stream once?
Yeah, I've heard.
That can't be real.
I have
Is
no
that
idea
real?
what that is.
Yeah, I've heard.
All right,
Allegedly.
I'm a better mic now.
So,
Oh, hey.
like,
Oh my gosh, I'll just look at the
before
time.
we go into the video, we're gonna be
I know the
looking
Ranger.
over Saberspark's response video. Let me add a new goal real quick before we do that. I'm going to be honest. I have already seen this response video. I'll also say I like this response video because I think it does something very interesting, and we'll kind of discuss it. I know some people disagree with me on it. That doggo ×3. If you like the stream, by the way, please like the stream if you're here. We do try to take a really empathetic look at all of these things and try to like look from a fact-finding point of view. Yes, sometimes I like to say we're soy with an edge. It's the only way that I know how to say it. But please, like the
Soy with
stream.
an edge.
It'd be really
Sharp
nice.
soy. It's
Sharply cut soy.
sharp soy.
Yes, we are sharply
Or
cut
firm
soy.
tofu up in here.
Very firm tofu.
So, we're spicy soy. Soy with an edge, what a
Spicy
marketer. Diesel.
Hi,
Peppered
Diesel.
soy. Peppered
You
soy.
done peeing? You done
No.
peeing? Yo, come back.
If Diesel thinks it's really funny. Oh, Blossom's with the 1. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Oh, anything? No, okay. Do you want to read through those chats that you missed at all?
I'm
before
gonna do it
moving
at the end. I'm
forward?
gonna do it at the end of the
Oh,
stream.
do you want to do it at the end?
There's
Okay.
So
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
gotcha,
fucking
understood.
much.
Falgi, if you check stream chat, Gray has been nice enough to post the community tab that Courtney deleted.
Mhm.
I just saw that. Where'd you grab that from? Where's this stream thing?
It's a stream chat. Do you want me to
Stream
add
I can
it?
add it,
Chat.
him. You can add him.
I see it. I also know Sai sent it to me. Sai sent me a series of them, so I'm actually gonna grab those because I can look at that too.
Falgi.
What's up, buddy?
We are currently at. I just want to be able to say it. We are at 69 likes.
Hey, 69 likes.
Funny
let's go.
number. Funny
$100 if you
number.
say the word.
No.
Word, I said it. You
I said
owe
the
us
word.
$100.
You owe us $100. Also, I don't
Word.
say the word. I don't like using it. I've openly said this. I think it's incredibly demeaning, and I really don't like using it.
Fellatio?
Word?
My controversial opinion, Chris is soy and in denial.
Oh my god, that is a hot take.
So let's look at this. So Courtney,
Thank
this is archived, by the way.
Holy shit.
What does accountability mean? Being accountable means owning your actions rather than placing the blame on others, especially if plans don't achieve the desired results. This promotes personal ownership of actions, etc. I called an escalate. I don't know. Fucking hear this.
Example.
No. SKL. I don't know what that is. A
No,
hypocrite.
EX is example.
I did. I said that.
You said etc.
Diesel.
I heard
Look at the
Escalade.
description of this
car.
channel. You'll find a really funny thing. I left it for you. A hypocrite for joining a premiere live chat to complain that there was a premiere live chat. I said that. I did that. I said it with my whole chest. What's capitulation? As in surrender. The usually forced yielding of one's persons or possessions to another, to control of another. Apologizing for something I'm not sorry for because people are upset with me. You do not want accountability. You want a capitulation. No, you stupid fuck! What I want you to do, fucking fascinating, is admit that you fucked up. I'll be very real. I'll be very fucking real, Courtney. You won't. Yes, I know quite. The new Doom game is out. I haven't bought it yet. I'll say this.
I really want to play it.
I'll say this to Courtney. You ain't gonna show up in this fucking chat. You ain't gonna show up in this chat. I fucking dare you. And listen, I know that certain servers have been watching these streams. I dare you. I'm tired of being nice about people who levy, like, falsifiable allegations against somebody. Because the problem is that you make it so incredibly hard for victims to come out. Because every time they will be compared to the myriad of allegations, and it will not be the falsely accused fault. That's just something they can't control.
I made an enemy of Vlad by saying he sounds like Chris, and
Yeah,
now I'm making an
fair.
enemy of Chris by saying he's soy and in denial.
Wait,
Yeah.
is,
I believe both
was
wholeheartedly.
Quite here?
Quite is in the chat. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a real problem because it does really upset me because I know for a fact that I know for a fact that people will feel that way. That when they get accused of something or that will happen, they can feel a sense of guilt. It's not their fault. I want to make that very clear that none of this is anybody's fault, except for people who platform the allegations and don't really vet the research enough for it. I'm always of the mind that you should wait on a drama. I'd rather be late on a drama or any kind of allegations, but I see everybody's response to it versus getting early and fucking up majorly. You know, sometimes you use a zoophile's allegations, sometimes you use a pedophile's video. It just happens sometimes. Really weird. Card, thank you so much for subscribing.
And thanks for all the new subscribers. It's been a good turnout.
Yeah, a lot of new people in here tonight, and we're happy to have you.
Yeah. We are, this is like a fun fact because in the midst of this, let's talk about something positive. We have a D&D live play coming out very, very soon. We have a myriad of our very talented art people that are assisting us in doing that D&D,
My character is very
thing.
hot, guys. He's
Yes,
very hot.
we have a series, our mod Blue Yokai, our resident artists, Majunga Wumba, as well as artists to the stars themselves, Cat, aka Magical Porpoise. They are helping us create and craft something very, very beautiful and very, very interesting. Maps done by Ash. But there's a series of things that we're doing that I'm really, really excited for. And Slug, thanks for the raid, buddy.
Hi,
Slug.
Slug.
Hi.
Are you going to talk about Fuda now, Slug?
It's.
I will.
I mean,
talk
he's
Fuda.
here.
I will talk about it. I can
Slug,
talk about
thanks for
Fuda,
the
it's
raid.
fine.
I'll be
I'm down
honest.
for it.
I saw Slug's stream with KP. God, was that fucking hilarious. But again, I want to make that very clear. This is, we definitely bring positivity. I want that. If you're new to the channel, this is what we do. We are very investigative. The reason we do that is because it's insane to never investigate anything. Yes, and if you haven't seen yet on the channel, we have a new video discussing how you can build your own D&D character in D&D 5e. Not 2025, 2024,
Not that
but 5e
gay-ass
on
2025.
D&D Beyond.
We
Encourage
also
you
have
use
an
it.
art contest
Yes.
that is complete. That's due on the 17th.
Yeah.
The theme is Slop Mafia, and was the subject. Wait, was it again?
The subject is your favorite
Slop
commentary
Mafia. Yes.
YouTuber, or
Theme is
even
Slop
just,
Mafia.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
draw your favorite commentary YouTuber in a mafia.
Yeah. So we've been kind of teasing a lot from now on. I will say this really. What the fuck is this post? In lieu
Quiet,
of
we
being
can't be racist.
In lieu of being accused of trying to be a predator hunter, I'm going to start a series of grooming next month. What it is, what it's like, how to deal with it, and the resources to professionals. Despite what some people think, all I've ever cared was potential victims having the tools to protect themselves. I'm not here to be a savior. I'm not here to be your therapist. I don't care about clout. I don't need to attribute my name to a subscriber loss. I don't need to attribute my name to someone's downfall. Yes, you do. Yes, you did. That's literally what you did when you put yourself in a video and you act like you were the moral superiority for what consent is, you stupid fucking moron. I don't know how many times I gotta fucking say it. I don't fucking care. I'm at the point where I really don't care if Courtney's gonna be like, oh, well, blah, 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 Lily did this to me. I get that Lily did something to you, or I actually believe it. I know there's allegations that, I know the allegations aren't evidence, blah, 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 but I personally believe it. Britt, Darkheart, thank you so much for subscribing. I believe Lily is
She
a
did a fucking
freak.
rape review with KP in the KP's video. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You did a rape review.
You did a literal rape review. You are no better than the people you fucking dislike. And I'm not being nice about it anymore. I think that it's very disheartening that we now have to post hoc look at allegations. Because again, you're going to see Beckett's video on this whole drama. I want to be very fucking clear. The amount of research that's gone into the behind the scenes of Brony Fandone, Woot Master, who is a name you guys haven't heard yet.
We've heard the name.
Well, you guys
I have not.
In the
I have
stream. Fucking don't.
You'll learn. Here's
Look,
what I'm
don't
saying.
touch the poo.
You're going to learn a lot of new information. We've premiered a lot of new information that people have never covered regarding the way these allegations are formed. But that's my entire issue. This
Before we move on too far, because this is a funny joke.
Yes.
Post talk, more like post talk Tua, and fact check that thing.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
That's
because I'm studying right now. That's why.
Why do you do this to me?
Okay.
I was still working on a Gundam, and then I got blocked.
So yes, Wooba Master is there. All these people. I want to make it very clear that I just want to highlight all of these things. Why am I being tagged in? What has happened? Oh yeah. Fucking Diesel making fun of me for being extra cunty. Yes, I am. Because I'm serving today, and what I am serving is very interesting. Now, chat.
Congratulations, Slug.
Are you? I found out I was I found out I'm unbanned, and me first message is pregnant. Great. Yeah, Slug, you're good. You're good. All right, chat. Everyone ready for this response video? Let's go.
I know I am.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Stephen Carver, and I go by the name of Saberspark
We're
on
gonna
YouTube.
say your silence today, where
For the
was
sake
like,
of
yeah, I'm
transparency,
ready.
I will be on camera for this
Captain.
video. I also have some notes over here. I will be.
Oh, you're muted, Falky, if you're talking.
I'm not
Falgy.
talking.
How much for some of your mustache hair?
None.
I'm a dumbass. I had the thing muted. I'm sorry.
$500.
No.
Single payment.
No.
Bitcoin.
For
Remember to like
this
the stream.
response. Now, some of you may have seen the recent 2-hour video by the YouTuber I Live Impossible.
Oh!
Putting aside what it was, which we'll talk about here in a moment, this video included her making some significant and sweeping accusations involving me. Most of the comments I saw on the original upload indicated that many people saw this video for what it was, clout chasing, and it threw out very severe allegations in a really callous and reckless way. I appreciate that people out there are willing to question such things.
Sai mention. There we go.
Sai mention.
Sai shout out.
And more importantly, share my sentiment that this is not the way things should be done. What was said was untrue. And it's disappointing to see people try to build themselves up by tearing others down. With that in mind, this is my
There I am, Gary.
Yes, yes, yes.
response to recent allegations against me from the Twitter account Brony Fandone and the YouTuber I Live Impossible a Lot. Before I begin, I want to give a content warning for the following things on screen. Folks, this is a very serious video.
Now, I want to make something very, very clear before we continue. Yes, I've pre-watched this video. Yeah, I overall think this is a pretty good video. Here's what I will say.
Wow, bias.
I am biased. I can admit that now because I pre-watched it, and I've done a lot of research into these people. What I will say is, what I see from this video so far is, Greg, what don't you see in this video?
Jokes.
Yeah, where's the Seinfeld cutaway? Saberspark lied to us all.
Where's the Family Guy skit?
Where's the Family Guy skit? Where is it? I would like
Where's
to
that
know.
one song that I forgot why it was? What was the song KP used?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Where's Jeb Bush?
Where's Jeb Bush?
Please clap. Where's the politics?
Where's the political stuff?
W9/11?
No Subway surfers, as Slug says. 0 out of 10.
What's his name? Michael Vick? Where's Michael Vick?
Yeah, where's Michael
Vick? Yo.
Where's the contemporary? No, because why? This video is 19 minutes long. 19. And I want to make something very clear. Another thing too, because a lot of people will probably tell, for instance, if you can kind of hear it, very obvious that Saberspark has consulted probably someone. It's perfectly fine. Want to make that very clear that there's nothing wrong. This is my issue with the post by Lazy Bedhead, and it's why I'm incredibly disappointed in them. Using legal representation or sources to aid you in a response, especially when you're attempting to defend yourself and you can show proof of said thing, it's incredibly appropriate to get legal representation involved. And I don't think that is a knock. Now, that's not an excuse to use threats of legal representation and or your audience to attack people. It's a very different thing. But having legal representation is not inherently evil. There is this weird thing with the top of commentary, in my opinion, that always looks at legal representation as a net evil, and I don't understand why at this point.
It almost feels like it's a you're overreacting when you contact lawyers about life ruination allegations. Like, no.
Yeah. It's like, listen, Billy, I like ya. Billy Mitchell, I love ya. You're great, but I'm going to reference this. Sometimes frivolous suits happen. I don't know. But in specifically with other suits, they're important. But let's go.
So please continue watching it at your own discretion.
Remember, Billy Mitchell's favorite club shitos. Remember to like the stream.
The accusation that I sexually assaulted someone is completely false. And I feel disgusted that I even have to say that. I've had sexual partners before in the past, but we have always abided by enthusiastic and reciprocated consent.
Okay.
The actual reality of the situation appears to be the result of what I believe to be a hit piece. From what I've seen, it seems that KP and a person by the username of Brony Fandone were working together to push this story, and I have evidence to prove that. But more than that, what KP's video actually does is extremely dangerous. It hurts those who are true.
I agree with the following sentiment 100%. I don't like that we keep getting teased with fucking allegations. And, okay, I'm going to say it. Emily, come out already. For the love of Christ, just come out already. If you have evidence to the contrary of all of this, literally come out. Show everybody we're wrong. That's actually the safest thing to do. Also, want to make it very clear, Emily is a lot more well-connected. You'll find out in Beckett's video. We have looked into a lot of the allegations and the sourcing of things, and I'm telling you right now, I'd love to know what the hell is going on. It would be very interesting. I don't know.
Truly victims out there. And this is not how you do things when it comes to people's lives. The following section will be about I Love Kim Possible a lot, my history with her, and what appears to be her attempt to falsely accuse me for her own gain. To make it easy, I will be referring to her as KP for the remainder of this video. I met KP in 2014. We lived in the same state and eventually became friends. This was mainly because we shared common...
So this is a picture of them back in 2014. Want to make that very clear.
...interest, as we were both part of the Brony fandom and were both YouTubers as well. She came to me asking for advice on her videos and connections to go to conventions. At the end of 2014, I started a new job and entered a new relationship with someone. For the next 5 months, I was extremely busy. KP would occasionally reach out to me, but I did not have time to...
KP has had a personal vendetta against Saber for years.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for an excuse to go after him.
Oh, I know. Thank you. Thank you, Britt.
We know.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this video also goes into that.
Yeah. Again, we'll get there. I appreciate this video a lot for a lot of different reasons, and we'll get there.
...hang with her. It was nothing personal, and we naturally drifted apart. 8 years passed, and in August of 2023, a friend of mine messaged me on KP's behalf. He told me that...
So, this is an anonymous friend in 2023. Thank you. Just a heads up, and I don't have much of the details, but I figure I'd pass it on since you'll probably hear it soon. KP hit me up saying, like, aficionado Chris, like, did some stupid shit and something about, like, flexing, telling stories about how he jerked off with her panties at a con a few years back. or something. I don't know all the details, and frankly, I don't want to. But she's going to reach out to everyone that he works for, and I give them a few days to distance themselves before putting him on blast. So just so you are aware that it's on its way. No idea what'll go down, but there you go.
According to KP, one of the editors on my team allegedly did something inappropriate to her back in 2015. I immediately addressed.
Saberspark goes on to say, you did. Payment should be inbound here soon, but I wanted to run a question by you. I had someone approach me here on Discord with a matter that allegedly involved you and KP and some deviant behavior that apparently you bragged about. I don't take these things lightly with the people I work with, but I also don't want you to automatically believe a potential rumor. Is there any validity to these claims? That's something I need to know about with people I employ. I hope you see where I'm coming from with this question. Bossoms with the 5, thank you!
Raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by Regina George, I mean KP.
She does kind of remind me of Regina George, I'm not gonna lie, that's really crazy.
I have a question.
That's weird, yeah.
8/6/2023, is this the date or around the same date where Chris had that call with KP?
It's after the call.
After the call.
This is after the call.
Jar is covering abortion. Didn't see that coming.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, he's religious, isn't he? He's Texan and religious.
I believe he's going political now.
Oh, that's...
He's hitting every grift
He's going
bingo
political.
card.
He's going political commentary, I believe now. I believe, allegedly.
Listen, remember, like the stream and subscribe. Let's see. Aficionado Chris goes on to say KP. Oh god, I just spilled water all over my computer. That was nice. It's okay.
What t-shirt stream?
Are you okay?
Hey up, chat.
I'm fine.
You gonna electrocute yourself?
No, not really. I mean, the water's gonna fall. I don't care. So everything is okay, and if you don't mind me asking, this business that I know the details of, make sure is all good and on the level. With people who work with me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean it up because a lot of water just spilled.
Just go do it.
Just go. Sop it up with your chest hair. What are you doing?
We will vamp. Just go. Just clean it up.
Give me a second to finish this, and I'll distract the chat.
So
who doesn't have a water
okay,
bottle?
We need to distract chat, guys. Give us a topic. Give me a topic.
A topic.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A topic.
Yeah, we got a vamp while Falky's away.
A topic.
Yeah. What are we gonna talk about?
What are you guys, sketch comedy? Yes. Falgy
and
wet.
Yes.
Chat, this is now a wet t-shirt stream.
Food up.
Pay up if you want to see Falgy.
I am not talking.
I mean, listen, if someone donates like $200, I'll take my fucking shirt off. I don't care.
Don't.
Your shirt is off.
Your already shirt
I'll take
is
the
off.
I'll take the jacket off. I don't give a shit. Listen. We need to bring some humor because it's fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, I really hate this. I'm staring at this for days.
It's hard to like bring any humor into it, just given how heavy of a video it is.
Yeah, and
half the reason I've been quiet is because like it would be wildly inappropriate of me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, Thursday we're gonna do a stage talk where we watch Stealth, which has one of my favorite crack ships, which is like an AI jet plane with like a bratty bottom.
Wait, you're
pilot.
watching the 2004 masterpiece Stealth?
Yes.
All right. Let's get back into this, please. Let's get back. KP resolved and everything okay. Saberspark goes on to say, so everything is okay. Oh, I read that. Fish it out of Chris. Everything is fine now. Yes. It was resolved amicably. She would not divulge to me anything if it was all right. Her privacy is important. Understood, Saberspark goes on to say, I'm just doing my part to be vigilant with my own people. Glad you all resolved, leaving it at that. Much appreciated. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like, and if you remember, we reacted to that fucking call. It seems like everything was okay. Again, do I think Chris was appropriate for saying that? No, very much no. I've said that religiously, repeatedly, but this is insane. It's gross. And it's inappropriate to have just leveraged a lot of these allegations against people. Hey, Ad Advocate, thank you for becoming a boom operator. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Advocate became a member.
This with my editor. and he told me that the matter was settled between him and KP.
And it was!
I took his word on that and assumed that KP would reach out to me directly if that was not the case. On November 12th, 2024, KP made a tweet where she was upset that Chris was still working on my projects. She then posted,
a year later.
Over a year later.
Over a year later, she has been sitting, seething, and molding. And I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna get worse if you haven't seen this video.
Video coming soon. On January 6th, 2025, KP emailed me demanding I take action.
So this is the email we've all seen from this video. From KP's video. I wonder where this will go.
Due to Chris and what she claimed he did nearly 10 years ago. Due to a leaked call between Chris and KP, they recalled the full story. Chris made a sex joke in regards to KP, and she found out about it many years later. What shocked me was when I was informed this call was recorded without Chris's knowledge or consent. Chris profusely...
And we discussed this. This happened. This is bog standard for a lot of people. Not this is drama space. There's a lot of people who record calls. I know of people in other spaces that record calls. It's just still like... I have...
I am enjoying Balatro
Cool
and now
anime
I kinda
music,
want
thank
to
you.
get it for Switch so I can play it at work.
Get it on your
Smile
phone. You
face
could play it
emoji.
on your
Take
phone.
over your life.
It will. Thank you.
It'll own your absolute soul.
But my...
The other thing too...
Go on.
The other thing too is... Oh no, Balacho fucking brain farted me.
It'll do that.
Let's go on though.
He begged for forgiveness at the end of the call.
I remember.
And
what I
it
was gonna
looked
say.
like both KP
Go on.
KP lives in a one-party consent state, and that's fine. That is what it is. It is what it is. But she frames it as I had assumed he understood that I was going to record the call.
Yes.
That you didn't explain that to him. That doesn't alleviate you from guilt.
Yeah,
you could
tell
say you live in a
him.
one-party consent state, but that's not what you're framing it as.
Yeah.
You
Make
didn't
most
say
people I know
out
get less
loud.
upset are their past grievances over time.
Yeah.
Maybe
thank you,
she
Mizaki.
should take notes.
And yes,
Thank you.
Slug, you are correct.
It is.
As a legitimate journalist, Balatro is the only
Yes.
proper background for interviews.
Eventually,
True
I'll
and
download.
valid.
I'll download Balatro.
If you do that, you'll never play anything else. It's crazy.
Yeah, you'll never spin again. it's fine.
I played a lot of Risk of Rain too, and I'm still
Thanks,
waiting.
Jay.
Quite, if you're still in chat and you're feeling better, I'm ready to. We can play Black Ops. Just saying.
Oh, we
God
call it
damn it, I
Blops.
just
Oh, that's
uninstalled
right.
it.
That's right.
I
You have to play
just
Black Ops.
uninstalled it.
No!
KP and
Oh,
Chris ended
no.
on amicable terms.
Which they did. This is my problem. My
We
problem.
listened to the call. It sounded like everything was settled.
My problem is not the recording of the call. My problem is that KP maliciously lies to him. Legitimately pretends that she is okay. And she's really not. That's my issue. I don't care so much about the recording of the call. Hey, K-Huck, how you doing?
Hi, K-Huck.
Hey, K-Huck.
My issue is that, yes, and Anthony, you say it correctly, and I will highlight it. Not a journalist. I call myself slop journalism. Let's do it. This is a slop journalist take. Notice how every person KP is talking about are former people KP has been in dramas with and that formerly worked for her. It is my personal belief. Hey, gang, thank you so much for the gifted.
Thank you.
I'm just going to mute that, but thank you. And everybody thank K-Huck for your gifted subs. But
Thanks,
again,
K-Huck.
it's just insane. It bothers me so much. She specifically is targeting the people she would eventually attack in her video because she always planned on doing that. Always planned on it.
Which matches what I was told by Chris when I initially confronted him about the situation.
Yeah, Chris, you want to say anything?
We've heard this call.
I think
We've
it
heard
is
this
for
call.
that.
We've heard this
God.
call. We've heard
Oh, the
this call.
second.
Right,
August 2nd.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
August
it was
2nd.
literally that
I'll
week.
just leave with this too shall pass. Good
Yeah, I
night.
know.
And
Oh, Slug.
God
I
have
have
mercy on your soul.
Oh yeah, Slug. I know everybody that she's asked about in this call. Bogsy is still a 16-year-old. Again, probably shouldn't have been crazy on the internet and posted certain things about her. Hey, Zaki Kentai, thank you so much for the $4.99.
Recording out of defense is fine, but recording on the offense is deranged.
That is exactly the difference.
Thank
Zaki,
you.
you hit it. Thank you.
That's it. Yeah.
Let's just, I'm just going to skip through a little bit because we have listened to this call. Okay.
Presumably.
Saberspark goes back.
Reasons, but,
Chat knows. No,
Yeah,
that's
presumably if you've listened to the call, if you've watched our coverage, we've done a lot of it. We've done way too much of it.
I've had some horrible people in my life and yet I've been less heated over them than KP's over Saber.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Oh, no.
I don't make it everyone's problem.
Well, are you are you on a YouTube channel and you need to find a new pivot for your content?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Everything points to that.
Diesel, the problem is you
Thank you for the tip.
need to get on an alt and act like a woman.
Yeah. Or
And
put the
then
matrix
Jar will
on.
talk to you.
Yeah, make an alt account.
When I
Yeah, I want to point out Jar never responded to me, and I think it's sexist. Just because I'm a man.
He responded
You're a
around me,
pussy,
but
Jar.
never responded to me. It was actually really, really funny.
After listening to this call, it appears KP was asking Chris intrusive questions in order to find more information about me.
Exactly.
As far as your relationship with Saber, like, is it like, just so I know, is it
Mhm.
something? Are you guys like friendly, or does he just give you kind of contract work and that's it?
I mean, I guess
This
you could
is the
say it's
same
both,
call.
but I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is the same call as hey, did you say this? Did you start this gross? Or did you say this gross story about me? The same call is, hey, does your boss know anything else about
Yes.
it? Like, it's crazy.
Hey, Advocate, thank you so much. And chat, it is
Don't mean
time
to derail, but
to
doggo
feed that
time.
dog. If you know what time it is,
Thank you.
it's time to feed the dog now. It's time to give her treats. It's time to feed the dog now. On the Uplock stream tonight. Yes, here we go. Chat, here she is. You look at her. My thing is, okay, here, Leia. Go.
Oh, okay. Ant, you better off fast and cue that.
No, we don't have time. We don't have time.
It's just a joke.
We don't have time.
We don't have time.
Ant want to know why we.
We don't have time. I said we don't have time for a
Why
reason. We're
do
moving
I
on.
like Fuda so
Are we
much?
screaming?
I can tell him why.
So busy. The most I ever see him is at conventions if he happens to be at the same one.
Okay, so you know you're not in an environment where this would have come up anyway.
Never.
So he would probably be unaware.
Never. He's 100% unaware. Like, again, I can't stress enough is that in the times I ever told the story, it was, as you described it, locker room talk with a very small amount of people in a private call. I never told it.
That's what
publicly,
happened.
And I never, ever told it to anyone like Saberspark.
As far as Chris goes, we took the situation seriously from the very beginning. The joke was inappropriate, but it was told nearly 10 years ago. He profusely apologized to me as well and admitted to his faults. I believe in the inner growth of a person and that they can change for the better. He did good work for the team. I was surprised, though, that KP thought she had the ability to dictate who I hire and fire for my own team. On February 5th,
This was the thing that pissed me off the most.
No.
So this is her response about the lying publicly, the treatment because you were romantically, sexually interested in me. Here's something that KP kind of ignores and leaves out. This is on top of your treatment of me when you were romantically and sexually interested in me, which I am happy to elaborate on, combined with your inquiries of hosting polygamist relationships with fangirls to employees, is misogynistic, inappropriate, and disrespectful. KP, why didn't you read that out loud?
I was about to say, we haven't read this part.
No!
This is new.
Weird why this part of the email was out of it.
Why did she think he would not? Did she think he threw this away and he wouldn't have this this weird statement to throw in here as well?
Why would Saberspark not defend himself with the same email chain that you have? You've heard horrid stories. You want to get anything attached to my name to give yourself brand integrity. I don't care. I don't care.
5th, 2025. KP emailed me again, but this time with false allegations. She claimed that I had, quote, jerked around my employees and genuinely treated them with very little consideration.
Coming from the person who doesn't pay
Fire one of his
her
employees.
editors.
Wow.
And hires children and
And
does not fire them
hired
after realizing
children.
they're children.
And then got PTSD from same child. I need you to understand the level of hypocrisy. I don't care if she pays them currently. I'd fucking hope she pays them currently. I know your channel ain't monetized, KP. I've heard that go around.
She's just doing it for the love of the game.
Because you take the non-for-profit very, very seriously.
Which is stupid, because you still have to
Non-for-profit,
have money.
non-for-profit
to
means you
pay
still
it.
have to pay people.
Yeah.
Me personally, the only employee I ever jerk around or off is Greg.
Oh,
That's right, Kevin.
Anyway,
let's go.
Hard. Next question.
She also claimed that I was, quote, hosting polygamous relationships with fangirls, which is as ridiculous as it sounds.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the fangirl allegation, I don't know, would have come out with the allegations against Saberspark that he was a rapist? Would that not have been? I don't know. Like,
you would include that.
Why would
you
you
would
not
have included that?
Why would that not be included? Why would nobody speak up? Ace Space, thank you for the raid, buddy. I hope you had a good stream.
Thank you.
We're going into this.
Okay, Space. Oh, we had a good stream.
I think he covered some of this and some other things too, from what I saw.
Yep.
February 25th, 2025, KP sent her final email to me. In it, she said, quote, to add on to this, I will fight you for the truth.
Okay,
Tone, your whole last email and the Twitter thread is drenched in, undermines the actual issues of the conversation, on top of assuming I'm going to publish falsifiable information.
I think you did.
End quote. However, incorrect information and hearsay was included within the release video. She also stated that the reason she messaged my members of
Frankly, I don't have the patience or bandwidth with your tone, your constant villainization, or to discuss this further with you from your perceived direct benefit. To be blunt, you triggered the shit out of me, Steven, and I tried multiple times to communicate with you. Ultimately, she was met with silence until now. You were screaming on Twitter like a child at me after months of trying to get any kind of internal word on Chris, which you are not owed. You don't work for Saberspark. You don't work for Saberspark.
my team, instead of contacting me directly, was that I, quote, triggered the shit out of her. And at the end of the email, she told
Falgi needs to use his woman voice. I'll use it. Yeah, sure. And to be clear, don't contact me again or involve our friends in this matter further.
Listen, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna get paid first. Slug, if you want to hear the voice more, you gotta pay.
You know what? Just for free, I'm gonna use my woman voice for the rest of the stream.
Yes, it is, Miss Piggy. Thank you.
This is my woman voice. Let's proceed.
Well, carefully.
Your woman voice is
very
better.
deep woman voice.
Literally, it was a fake woman. It was a throwaway gag. If you want a real woman voice, it'd be like, Ramses have
Cringe.
Ramses.
Cringe. Stop.
Cringe.
Yeah, because
Stop.
fine.
Cringe.
told me to never contact her again.
Diesel, get on here and do your
following
woman
that
voice
request-
right now.
Do your woman voice, Diesel.
I'm not.
Get in here right now, Diesel.
I
and do
voice
your
act
woman
all
voice.
the fucking time for stream. The one
Go
time
edit
I do
your
it
video,
lazily, you
Diesel.
all hate me for it.
Don't make
You call
money.
it voice acting. We don't call it voice acting.
Fucks.
I never contacted her again.
I'm a voice for radio.
At this point, I was bracing myself for a hit piece video from KP, but I never imagined she would use false
Thanks,
sexual assault
Dead-Dude37.
allegations
I tried my
against
best.
me. I also noticed this particular Twitter exchange the day following KP's final email.
Greg is shorter than me equals opinion invalid.
Wow, is that true,
Thank
Greg?
you, Slug.
Probably.
Probably.
Grok, is that true?
Grok, is that true?
Yeah, AM radio is great. What do you mean?
Leading up to the release of KP's
You're not
video,
listening to NPR?
she was telegraphing her intentions and who they were against. She advertised a video
This is okay. We've covered this. This was fucking insane. You fucking psychotic freak. I'm saying it now. You do never, ever do this. Thank you, Abyssal Gray. I know I'm a good
No.
idiot.
No.
Listen.
Disavow.
Don't disavow. It's great.
watch party, a YouTube premiere, and a
Sucks.
slew of
Fucking
other
insane.
posts
So many of these we covered.
in order
I
to
haven't seen
build up
this yet.
hype for her.
I'm really happy that he's including all this shit that we pointed out.
Yeah. 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 It's insane. It's insane.
expose. Brony Fandone was involved too, foreshadowing the release.
This fucking guys, you saw how schizophrenic this person is. What if I told you there's still more?
Of the video on their Twitter leading up to the release. According to KP, the anonymous story would be posted on Twitter by Brony Fandone at 10 a.m., with her video premiere about my false allegations 2 hours later.
Okay, one thing I will say, this is not a hate on Saberspark. Oh god, Hazaki can tie for the $9.99.
Imagine the consequences of your actions. This video is private. Why do you assume in gonna present falsifiable allegations? Entire vid of that everything she says blows up in her face, Lolcow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dead dude, I don't regret being patient. The reason being is, fun fact, I get people to talk. It's kind of what I do. Being patient is how you get people to tie the noose around their own neck, proverbially. Not physically.
I mean, that's how we found out that he didn't have anything.
Yes.
But that's
from
how
his
we
own
know
account.
that Foggy's actually a murderer.
I mean, someday someone's gonna do it, and at this point, I'm just like, okay, you wouldn't be the first person. You're not gonna be the last person to threaten it. Only criticism that I have for this video so far is Saberspark cropped that a little bit too early for me. They cropped that image a little bit too up. Underneath this part of the image, let me see if I can grab it real quick. Underneath this, exposed final name, there's a Q&A section. There's a Q&A video after the exposed video. What the fuck Q&A are you gonna do?
He pulled his punch here for sure.
Yeah, sure. I think he did, but like,
yeah, he could have hit harder.
Yeah.
What Q&A for a fucking rape review? What the fuck are you doing? Again, I still like this video. I'm just like, this is insane. Yeah, I'm not kidding. There's a Q&A. I have the post.
10 a.m. with her video premiere about my false allegations 2 hours later. What was to follow would be a video that was not just tone deaf, but dangerously reckless with the lives of others.
Yes.
KP has gone on record saying that the video was originally intended for DA Games, but included me in the allegations a month prior to the release of the
literally a month
upload. The video itself was titled, What Ruined Saberspark in DA Games?
God,
and was over 2 hours long. It was primarily advertised as breaking the news of my false allegations, but the section in question was—
I'm not reading these tweets again because fucking, I hate this.
Only 5 minutes and 40 seconds long. According to this interview with KP hosted by Slug—
Hey, Slug! There you go!
Hey,
Slug!
Uploaded on May 4th, 2025. KP admits that the story she featured was purely hearsay and had no substantiated evidence.
So, just to be as objective as possible here, so what you're saying is that basically the evidence that you were given was more personal circumstance and hearsay rather than like objective evidence?
Correct. They didn't have any Skype logs or anything because of how long it was ago, and we did ask.
What?
Were there other people that went in to verify these claims, or were there other attempts to verify the claims being made?
Not to my knowledge. I believe I don't know the history of Bonk's relationship.
We'll get there.
With the victim itself. I don't know to what extent he knew about everything before the statement was prepared. But I do know that Amy was vouching for them, and that was also because I knew Amy was on or has been on the convention scenes. That's how she met. Peter knew her husband.
So I want to point. I'm going to leak something right now.
Am I the only one that saw that Slug missed a flush in that hand?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm leaking something. Chat, world premiere. I'm leaking. Get ready for it. So I spoke with Emily when she was an anonymous accuser. I want to highlight something for you. So this is her proof that she had mutuals on Skype. You may be asking, who are some of these people? I want to make something very clear. This was a real big red flag for me immediately. Immediately. Race Beast, one of a very good friend of Saberspark. Another very good friend of Saberspark. Lead editor of Saberspark. Lead editor's wife. This is how she leveled credibility to her allegations. I do have proof of those mutuals being in my Skype contacts, too.
It's been so long since I used fucking Skype. I look at this, I'm like, what the fuck does this mean?
Does anyone notice anything very interesting in the Skype logs? Or in these Skype contacts?
They're really fucking cropped weird.
Yeah, they're extremely cropped.
Well, you can see this one is here. I don't know what this one... You're leaving somebody out. But really interesting.
That red one, there's one above the Henry one.
Is this a status or is this a message? I'm very curious about this. I don't know how Skype works again.
This might be previous message. I don't know.
Oh,
isn't Skype dead? Don't we not know? Won't we never know how Skype will work anymore?
I think this is previous
status, right? That's what I thought.
Yes.
But this is what I say.
Status.
You are
no. This is video. This is the gray. The gray is that's the last message. That's the last message.
I swear to God, if I got this verification from a source, I would laugh them off my slug. I talked to them. Now I'm gonna include other things, red flags. Okay, I'm leaking DMs because I really don't give a fuck anymore. Because hey, the video's coming out. Go watch Beckett over at Copaseed. Yada yada booba blah. Yada yada booba blah. Yada yada booba blah. Yada yada booba blah. Where is it? Where is it?
What are you saying?
What
are you saying?
What are you saying?
When I asked a specific question that I found very, very weird. Not weird, but I didn't like her answer. I'll be very honest, I didn't like her answer. Copy close. I'm going to bring this up. Give me 20 seconds. Here we go.
Okay, we got 20 seconds, guys. How we doing?
So,
how we doing? We all doing strong?
Here's my own DMs, because I'm leaking them for the public. I asked her, a question many people would have is, was a discussion of dating ever a part of your conversation before, meeting, and or after? She goes on to say, I remember I was never forward about having a crush, but the conversation came up in a Skype call. I'll admit, the phone call details are really faded though. The conversation was kind of brief. When we met, I didn't say anything about it. He brought it up. In all honesty, I didn't really understand why it was brought up. We were just talking about being excited for the convention when he would segue into how the community was so special, how people dated in it, and how it would be wrong for the two of us to date. I was so shy and I kind of sat there nodding in agreement and that it would be wrong. Though I really didn't know why he was saying all that. And then he just out of the nowhere suddenly started to make out with me. I hardly talked when I was with him in person. He brought up the prospects of dating, though on his own, and I'm not sure how to really respond. As time went on, I realized he must have been saying it all to convince himself, not me. Like when he was taking my hand and pushing it away, I wasn't talking almost the whole time. I want to point out something. It was brought up. It was forward. We had a conversation about it. But then in the same message, she says, no, we didn't talk about it. It's always been him. He's only the one that's ever talked about it. You mentioned having a parasocial crush with the man. You mentioned a lot of things. But as Slug clearly identifies, and this is where I was, I would like to investigate this person a lot more. Something's not right. This doesn't make any sense. Why is the story constantly changing and evolving over time with weird added details as if somebody else would talk about what happened and things like that? Really weird. Really fucking weird. Again, I've talked to a lot of people involved. I know Emmy is scared. And I'll be very honest, I know why. Because interestingly enough, Emmy. Okay, fuck it, I'll leak this. Shit. I know Emmy was going around being like, maybe I have new evidence. Maybe I have new evidence. I don't know what to do anymore. And by the way, I still know it's Emily. I've seen the DMs. I was told by a very reliable source that this is what's happening. And yet, when asked for comment by anybody who would criticize her, she clams up. Doesn't want to say anything. very interesting that she does not want to get on a call regarding the allegations. Emmy is out here, yes, correctly, cop shopping for coverage. Very interesting.
Video would be unlisted and eventually removed from KP's channel the same day of its premiere, following a massive public backlash against it. Apparently, based on the comments in the video, a number of the assets included and voiceover actors involved were allegedly not informed of the nature of the video being made.
So we know this, that a lot of the people were not informed. I'm very curious what June the King has to say. I thought about reaching out because I've reached out to a bunch of people, got a lot of comment. I really want to know what June
has to say.
I really want to know what June has to say. I can't see him like knowing KP, so I wonder if it was a fucking favor to Courtney. I guess I'll never know.
Ooh.
Guess I'll never know.
Made or had their work used without permission for video B-roll and
yeah, I don't blame anybody who was involved that got scripts per se. However, I would like to see. Okay, so this is where I have here's where I disagree when it comes to June, and I'm actually gonna be a little. I want to say something.
He's gonna say something.
My problem is what June reads is a retelling of Chris's joke and saying saying that KP doubted it and things like that. That's my issue. If someone asked me to read that, I would like to just see the evidence. I think it's a major misstep. I don't think that June is a bad person for that, but I think it's incredibly reckless when you are, and a lot of people consider, your videos are pretty powerful to a lot of people who like to react. Your videos are very reactable. They're very far-reaching. You do very comprehensive research. I don't know why you wouldn't do that with something that somebody's just asking you to read with. Again, I don't dislike June. Again, I don't think June is as culpable as someone like, again, Courtney, and to a lesser degree, Lazy Bedhead is for using fucking problems, using somebody's document that is categorically harassing everybody. But I digress.
And memes. On Twitter, I was ridiculed, with many people calling me a predator. This was due to the initial sensationalized traction of Brony Fandon's post. But then the post itself began to receive pushback due to public scrutiny over the alleged claims. Following KP's video, Brony Fandone
one day someone will feature us in a video. One day. We'll be there.
We've been featured in a video.
Which one?
Like,
all the Dance Burst ones. All the Dance Burst ones are crazy.
What do you... Man, main character syndrome. Am I right?
Yeah, always. Yeah. I'd like to grow the channel to help fucking do this shit.
Hey, chat, subscribe and shit.
Yeah, see, Cat's doing more than you ever did.
Wait. No, what? Pull up what I sent. Pull up what I sent.
Hey, chat, subscribe. That is a threat.
Really?
Legally, that is a threat.
Really?
He'll throat punch you if you don't.
Oh, no.
Oh God, Jar. I have
Wait,
a question.
what is that?
Have you
Next video on the old channel be short, but with a lot of editing.
Chris, you asked him.
My body, my. Oh no, he's
Chris
going
said,
out.
Chris, why?
For abortion.
You responded.
Kanye.
You spelled very wrong.
Remember, he's very dyslexic. That's why he.
Yes.
He's very dyslexic, by the way. It's why he can't read certain. Everybody, reminder. Jar made this.
Yeah, like Jar famously did.
Jar famously made this. And to my new audience, you may not know about our history with Just a Robot. I fucking owned this man so hard he wants to neglect who I am as a human being.
No, it's
you're also a man.
No, you have a penis, so
I mean, but
he doesn't.
Well, that doesn't
you
matter.
are a penis haver, therefore you are not interesting to him.
Chris, reply with that image.
Chris, you already replied, but somebody else replied with that image.
Oh no, he replied with a Kanye one.
Here's the Kanye.
Ah,
one.
damn it, Chris.
Again.
You had one option.
Remember, we are the soy ones, by the way. We are the soy ones. Please like and subscribe. You're very nice.
Began to backpedal, claiming that they never watched the video prior to promoting KP's upload. Brony Fandone would eventually throw KP under the bus.
This is insane. This is insane. We talked about this. I have a problem with Brony Fandone saying, hey, I was too suicidal and Sophie was very mentally ill. We couldn't cover this at the time. I'll also be very real. KP was giving Coach testimony from all of what it looks like.
Remember, he did talk to Burntilda.
Yes, he did talk to Burn, and he asked about me and was scared when he asked about it. I know.
That's true.
And he asked about like Burn's fetishes.
Yeah.
I didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you know. Yes, you do know you fucked up when Jar is the palate cleanser. Yeah.
In order to distance themselves from her videos.
This is literally today. That's fucking hilarious.
Backlash a few days later.
Wow.
Like I think it's today or like yesterday.
As far as Brony Fandone goes, one of two things seem to be true. Either one, they watched the video, approved it, advertised it, and now they're backpedaling because it did not go the way they wanted it to. Or two, they never watched the video in the first place, yet they still endorsed it. Either option is reckless, irresponsible, and speaks to a greater problem.
Very interesting.
By KP's own admissions, she does not like me.
Yeah.
And I believe she holds a grudge against me after we had a falling out.
She
Slug
does.
Entertainment's interview with her seems to demonstrate her malicious intent. And from the context of her video, it looks like it was done with a desire to use this drama to boost her channel's popularity. It was a hit piece, plain and simple.
I'll agree.
Though she denies.
I know Beckett and I disagree on this here and there. But I do agree that because I looked at her channel, slow transition into drama, not too much. But I do find it very interesting that is the slow trajectory or transition, but everybody tries to transition into beef now. It's really weird.
Everybody's got to try to do a pivot somehow. When the money starts drying up, when the views stop coming.
Well, because the animation commentary, as people know, it is dead. And Saberspark is one of the biggest channels that do that. Like, it's I don't know.
You have to do streaming now.
Yeah.
Because it's like the AdSense doesn't cut it.
Yeah,
anymore.
YouTube has fucked up a lot of things. I'll be very real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which too? Apocalypses. I mean, it's not any one problem or one issue that's attributing to everything, but
it's a cascade.
It's having a vendetta against me.
If you were to say that this is something that needs to be taken with the utmost seriousness, despite no evidence, would you believe that it would be fair for people to disregard it entirely due to the lack of actual evidence?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay.
Hard. Next
I wanted
question.
to at least ask that, given the fact that these are serious allegations that can get Saber killed, because people are crazy, and I'd rather not.
One more
have
time.
someone
Hard.
killed
Next question.
over an allegation that has not been proven beyond a shadow
I
of a
agree
doubt.
with this. I agree with this wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
At this point in the video, I want to talk about the Twitter account Brony Fandone.
All right, here we go.
This
It's our
Twitter
buddy
account
Brony
has been purposely
Fandone. My favorite person in yours, Bonk. The person who's also afraid of me. Apparently, I'm worse than KP. Fun fact for y'all. I'm already worse than Turkey Tom. A pedophile told me so.
Yeah.
What a weird
We're
way to
already
end
worse
this.
than Turkey Tom.
It's true.
So,
It's
good
true.
fuck.
One pedophile told me so. I wonder if another will.
If I had a coin
Not
for
claiming
every
it
time
is.
a pedo
You'd have
called
to get
you
one?
a commentary person, I would have two. That's a bit too many.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird that, like, when you just want the truth, no matter where you lie on a spectrum, it's very weird that everybody hates it. I don't know why. Again, Brony Fandone has now stopped responding and stopped posting. Insane.
Wait, Valji.
What?
Who's reposting the meme?
The person who told you you're worse than Turkey Tom
Was it Brony?
is another Brony.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I know.
My brain is doing the Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
I started a glue factory, and I'm gonna end it.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we adding Brony Fandone to the goddess?
No.
No.
Dan's is still
he's
special.
not worth
No,
it.
he doesn't deserve it. He
He's
doesn't
not
deserve
worth it.
Dan's verse is still special. All right, let's get back.
Okay.
Targeting
I
me
ask,
for a
I didn't
while
ask.
now. By
That's
their
fair.
own words, they believe
That's
that
good to bring up.
internet justice.
This is the most insane thing. They thought Rain was a person. This fucking blows my mind.
I love how they thought Rain was a person. I love
is
it.
more effective
I thought you were a victim advocate. I thought you spoke for multiple victims.
than courtroom justice. They seem to see themselves as judge, jury, and executioner, and launch vicious harassment campaigns against multiple online creators, such as Billy Bustup, Prince
Yes.
Whateverer, and Black Griffin.
Listen, again, I think like one of the biggest things that I have a problem with is, listen, you can look at the document and make your own feelings about Gabe. I've stated my own, but what I could tell you from everything I look at that document, the hard-hitting allegations of predation aren't there. You are citing instances that are over a decade old with other people. Slug, thank you for the 2.
BRONYFANDONT? No. He is the horsey punisher.
He is the horsey punisher. But again, I cannot source any of the dick pic allegation or the flirting like with current people. I want to make that very clear. A lot of this is current. Mentioned this, he also did go into Tara Strong. Okay, to be fair, Tara Strong is crazy. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Anti-vaxxer. She is an anti-vaxxer. Little
Tara
cuckoo
Strong's
cuckoo.
an anti-vaxxer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fix her.
Many such cases.
No way.
Yeah, she's an anti-vaxxer. I you can have your own feelings about Tara Strong's work, but that is
Brony Fandone has on multiple occasions
rough.
used falsifiable
source. It was revealed in a Vision Quest.
information
Yeah, I've heard it. I've seen it.
to attack people with. According to KP's,
There may be somebody who's making a Tara Strong video in the works. I've heard this.
I believe it. I
Brony
believe it.
Fandone was in her Discord server.
Yeah.
And according to this person, they were
Oh, there's
allegedly
Damien.
friends.
Shout out to Damien in the chat right now.
On May 1st, 2025, Brony Fandone shared KP's false allegations against me.
Yeah.
After public backlash for their post, Brony Fandone was constantly arguing with people in the replies. Some people asked if he suggested
Hey, there's Anthony again. Let's go. My fellow New Jerseyan. Look at him. Look at him go.
professional organizations to
Tara Strong
my God.
and Shamik
Oh
Moore
my
meet up was an unprecedented level of radiation in one room.
Wait, that actually happened?
Quite
I don't
what?
I don't know who Shamik Moore is.
That's the Miles Morales voice actor for the movie.
Oh,
The one where everyone was making fun of him because he
Yeah,
got
he's
rejected
got-
by Haley. He
Look,
broke.
that's a
he
different.
broke
Hold on.
it.
So fuck off because that shit's gay. But there's
No,
like
it
a
is,
whole
it is.
other aspect to him that's kind of weird.
What that his VR chat shitter days? Yeah, he was a VR chat.
He was
troll.
a VR chat?
Yes, he was a VR chat YouTube troll, and then he made it. It's fucking bonkers.
That's
And then
insane.
he's weird to I forgot who it was. There's a TikTok story about the person where he just like is a
Quite,
creep
did
on
you
somebody
not
else.
know
It's
this?
wild.
Quite, did you not know this about Shamik Moore?
Oh my god.
I don't think he knows.
Dude, this means like
Quite.
there's a
Does he
zero.
know?
I'm
zero
just
chance that
saying,
he
video
met
ideas.
Scarlet Reaper.
No.
I don't think they ran in the same circles.
I don't think so.
the victim prior to reaching out to KP, and he
No.
said no. Many were inquiring about Rain.
I only know that he's odd around women. Yes.
Yes.
Send me what you got.
Such cases.
Greg, you know what to do.
And he
source
had no
it. Find it
idea
and source it.
what that was. At the time of recording this video, the post is still up on Twitter.
Yes, it
has
is.
not been corrected, despite being false and unsubstantiated. Finally, I want to bring up Sophie Scruggs. She is a comic artist for IDW.
I don't know what the fuck Sophie is doing. I don't know what Sophie point in all of this is. I
Maybe they're
can't
dating?
figure out, for the love of God, why
I
she's
believe
involved.
Destiny. That's not.
I don't know. It's
Destiny,
Destiny
isn't it?
Doodles. The person.
Okay. Just want to
Don't
make sure that's
disrespect the
not.
slug people. Yeah, I know she
Okay.
does. She does.
and is on record sharing the Brony Fandone account.
Yep.
She was friends with KP prior to the premiere of the video.
This is weird.
And even collaborated on other drama videos with her. She even makes an appearance and said,
"Wow, weird. Where did she? I didn't watch the full video. This is very solid, quite very solid. Huh? Is that Courtney's channel? Wait, is Sophie one of the people that, in conjunction with everybody else, leveled the insane 300-page document against fucking Black Griffin, which includes, hey, thanks Shane Dawson for fucking featuring my song in a video? I don't know. Very weird how she is the most reliable narrator. Friends with a crazy person who needs a cease and desist and will continue to violate that. Very interesting.
That video and talks to both KP and Courtney Peets. I believe that Sophie's involvement with the Brony Fandone account is concerning and irresponsible.
Incredible.
She seems to be more of a facilitator of moving parts and frequently replies to the account with her own main accounts. At the very least, we can confirm that she shares the account and has essentially co-signed what it posts. At this point, I want to talk about the state of Twitter, but mainly the internet as a whole.
I'll just speed this up a little
I have been on Twitter since 2012, but in early 2020, I noticed that the culture of the website had begun to change. It was more combative and antagonistic, and the website started to reward that.
That's fine.
It's fine. Like, I'll say this.
I don't care they left Twitter because I get it. You know,
I'll say this. This part could have been cut. I think overall it sticks the landing. I do think this part just would have been slightly cut, only because I think it's okay to identify that you're being harassed. I think you've painted a very good picture of being harassed by a faux sense of online vigilantism. I understand why it's in the video. I'm sure some people will complain and that it's incredibly soy. I get it. I think it's fine. I just think that it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, sometimes people don't care when they're reacting to this. It's fine.
Kind of engagement. There has been an ongoing weaponization of online vigilantism.
But I do agree with like
people who adopt a shoot first and ask questions later mentality,
which I agree with. This is I agree with this. This is a legitimate problem I have.
And the quest to make a name for themselves without doing their due diligence. They would prefer to try to shape the world for what they believe the problem is, rather than actually assisting in the solution. This whole situation is a perfect example of how unqualified strangers can shoehorn their way into extremely delicate situations.
I don't disagree.
Bad faith actors are rewarded for their digital tabloids and hit pieces. Without the right checks and balances, people can destroy lives with a single misinformed tweet. These aren't individuals who care about the—
Be crazy if we just saw somebody lose a major court case to this and owe somebody like millions of dollars.
Listen, it was in Australia, okay?
Weird. It'd be crazy if this just happened and then they lied about it for years. King of Kong win. King of Kong forever. King of Kong forever.
The well-being of victims, but only engagement and exploitative content. It is important to allow legitimate victims to come forward and be heard. But the way the situation was handled was incredibly irresponsible and dangerous. This entire ordeal has been the worst moment of my entire life, and it has done severe damage to me and my family. In regards to my channel, we have lost nearly tens of thousands of subscribers since the release of the video.
Yeah, that's like one of those things too that I always talk about, and we've covered it. It was something with the Danky Jabbo stuff too. You are affecting somebody's livelihood. This is libelous. Now again, am I saying things always need to go to court? Sometimes no. But this is very interesting. It's nuanced because the concept of independent investigation is inherently neutral and has done good, but since, for a lack of a better term, it's a tool for open access, it can be weaponized in a really gay ways. I was about to say, one of the things I really find very interesting, it's why I really like doing this type of content. It's why I really enjoy working with somebody like Beckett, for instance, or like working with all the ops. And Diesel, obviously. Not, thank you for the Australian five.
It was Australian dollars, so not a lot of money for an American. Here are some worthless dollars from down under.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that at all.
They're
It's
not
it's like
worthless.
pesos, right? So he owes him like he owes
that's
him like
so
$200. Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ.
this is what I will say. Just as a highlight for a second. This is what I will say. My whole thing is it depends on how you cover it, and it's why, in my opinion, commentary exists. Diesel has a very funny saying. People hate commentary until they need us. And I'm not saying that anybody in this situation
He says it all the time.
Or
A lot of people say that in commentary. Say that.
or they love us until they hate us.
Yeah. Yeah. Mama Max is a very good
Max?
example of that.
A Mudahar, kind of.
Mudahar, yes. Mudahar, yes.
My favorite saying from Diesel is, "Boy, I love white women."
I've heard him say it. I heard that recently.
I've also heard him say
You
it.
know my
yes,
favorite
Xylee
phrase
also
from
says
Diesel
it.
is? My favorite phrase from Diesel is Melon stream next week.
I hate that
When
joke.
will
I
you
hate
review
it
the
so
Minecraft
much.
You can imagine this has come up in my time branching out. Yeah,
Thank you, Leonard.
I'm very curious. Quite, I'd love to take. Well, we could talk privately, but I'd love to know your takes on some of this stuff. Because I really enjoy doing this, and it's not like a sense of like justice or moral grandstanding. I really don't want to say that. It's just, I think that people often don't want to be empathetic when you look at a drama and you look at the facts. It really does bother me. It really bothers me because I find it to be. I know you're always free, Quite.
An inconvenient truth.
Yeah, it's just so like I get so upset with this.
This could have been all avoided if KP took maybe the extra 5 or 10 minutes to go like, hey, is there someone with like a better head on their shoulders than me that could like see if this will like fuck me up instead of just going, I'm just gonna let it rip.
Well, like this is my personal thing, right? In looking into Emmy, I've said this. There are specific allegations that, if true, have weird connotations for the other people involved. I'll say this right now. With Ryan Drummond, he also, regardless that he was separated, it was an affair, and he is just as complicit. I don't like when women are solely blamed for an affair because they're a whore and a man is just weak and defenseless. It really fucking bothers me.
Let's stop this sexism. Men can also be whores.
I am a whore.
Tell
I
your
literally
single
am a whore.
mothers I'm available.
Happy Mother's Day from Kat.
I'm shirtless right now. I am a literal whore.
Chad, I hope you're ready to call me stepdad.
Oh my God.
Even if I'm younger than you.
I need you to stop this. But like,
no, let him go.
But what I don't also agree with is that same feeling, that same like I give grace for certain things was never given in this scenario at all. Because even if KP's video flopped, people were still weird about Saberspark. It was very bizarre. It was very weird. And again, we've looked into some of the DA game stuff. There's problems I have with the document, with some of the evidence, but like overall, like it's really fucked. I don't like Will. I'm gonna be really real. I think he's a fucking creep. But like what? Like this is my problem. That was, by all intents and purposes, that wasn't Saber, and I have not been given evidence otherwise. I've been constantly given evidence to the contrary. And the further in we look at a lot of the people and the people that are being sourced and levied against him, like Black Griffin, I also am running into other issues with the level of investigation as well as the veracity and the legitimacy of evidence. And I get really fucking annoyed. It's not angry, it's not upset, it's not, oh, self-righteous justice. It's just actively annoyed that we have to put over a decade of pieces together.
And that is with the majority of people watching her video, calling it out for its inaccuracies and its failures. There are independent projects which I supported in good faith and made genuine connections with people that have now been ruined because of these false allegations.
Yes, I know. I know, Slug. They only call on us when they need us. It is what it is.
And I believe that was the overall goal of this calculated attack against my character. Listen, I know that the internet likes to make fun of me, call me cringe, make fun of my videos, and I am totally okay with that.
Honestly, same. Everyone calls me cringe. They say I love my girlfriend very much. They say I'm also too gay, which all of those things are incredibly true. I'm soy.
Yeah,
I sing way too often.
We said it today.
Yeah.
You can see you can see our Christmas karaoke stream. You could see me sing the entire time. I sing for like 3 hours.
It's
fun. They also forget you're dating someone for some reason. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That does happen.
But
conveniently, even though you're
They say these
like, hey,
things
we've been
like
dating.
they keep saying these things like, "Where's Cat? We haven't seen Cat in several months."
Yeah, I say that too.
Yeah, we miss you, Cat.
But again, it's okay to be those things. And I think it's weird that those things are leveraged in a drama about rape. I want to make that very fucking real. Those things
I
were
don't consider that
leveraged.
drama. I don't consider that drama.
What do you mean?
Falgi looks like a porn parody Luigi, retired too.
No,
Slug.
it's
Slug.
very much like
Retired got me.
Slug, I can make your day any day. Because
Stop
I
that.
did
Stop
it
it.
my
East Coast
way.
Wait,
Stop
you
it.
done, Slug? I was gonna say, the type of people who be like, oh, they may have a rape review joke. How could they? How dare they
How
make fun of
dare
rape?
they?
And then they're like, oh, hey guys, let's talk about this rape. And like, oh my god, isn't it crazy about this rape? And it's just like, dude, you do the same fucking thing. You just don't make a joke. Like you don't see the irony of what you're doing. You see it as like
You wouldn't get it.
you moral grandstand about it. Everyone else sees the fucking issue, and you're the one who's like, oh, I'm the moral arbiter of everything. Good.
Petition the changes to a karaoke stream? No. Because the stream will be demonetized. Every time I do it, technically, it hides it. So I have to be very careful with the songs I pick.
You can make fun of me, but I draw the line at this. I love making videos, and I've been doing it professionally since 2015. I have a family and coworkers who depend on me, and I want to take care of them. I'm not the only one who has been affected by these malicious allegations.
Yeah.
And while I am disillusioned by these traumatic events, I am also actively exploring legal remedies in light of these false allegations.
Nobody. Hello, Star Sprinter with the
Hi,
199.
Long time no see.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, ABT 3.5 minutes ago, blaming just the woman is emasculating.
Yeah.
There. I said it. It feels emasculating to me.
So is infantilizing them. That's absolutely, they're two sides of the same coin. You're absolutely right. Infantilizing a woman and saying, oh, she's just dumb, she didn't understand her actions, like, that's a problem too.
No, he used all the codes. I'm heartbroken. I want that grill name.
I love you, Cat.
These people accountable for their lies and actions. But there is far more beyond just me here.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the damage against my livelihood and my reputation, I am far more concerned about the reckless nature of internet justice. When people take justice into their own hands for the sake of engagement, clicks, and views, people can get hurt and it can destroy lives. There are consequences for those actions, and we have to take these matters seriously or more people will get hurt. There are actual victims of sexual assault in the world, and stuff like this detracts from those who really need the help. If you are a victim of sexual assault, there are tools you can use. File a police report. Creating a report is at least a starting point and creates a paper trail that could help others. It helps you to build a record for actual professionals to use.
Thank you.
Soy slur soy, I'm off to work.
Thank you,
Thank you, Zane.
For your aid and your own recovery. If you are a victim, I highly
somehow did more than KP ever has for victims.
Suggest going to rain.org for additional resources and support. It is a professional organization that assists survivors of sexual assault.
Yeah.
There is also the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, plus other professional outreach programs and hotlines. We will link these sources and contacts in the description down below. People, we have got to be better than this. Please go to the professionals so you can have the best chance to help yourself.
Thank you for watching. This video is pretty solid, yeah. The ratio is crazy on this, in my opinion. Because in 19 minutes,
wow,
Saber did far more than in the hour and 29-minute video that KP put out. Not a single joke, not anything. And I want to highlight something very interesting that I find that I respect Saber for. And I know a lot of people may disagree with me. Saber does not mention Emily by name. Again, these are hearsay allegations, and it's identifying the people who propagated them, because they are immediately falsifiable. He does not out the victim. He does not address the accuser, which some may say some may say that that's not the right thing. But in this instance, I don't think he has to. That's my personal opinion on it. Is because what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say Diesel at the beginning of his stream said that he had heard that the response is good, but he felt like the allegations were so loose, like he didn't need to really make a response. And I kind of I mostly agree with Diesel on that, but like this is pretty good. This is as far literally addressing everything as concisely as possible in a short amount of time for Zoomer retention.
Yeah,
I think like legitimately, and it helps. It honestly helps that KP's video was shit, and those allegations didn't have enough backing them to really warrant a crusade, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on information that proves me incorrect. I've asked.
I'd love
for
to be wrong.
It.
Sure.
I would love to be wrong. Like, if there's a victim out there that is not being heard, I'd love to be wrong. But what really stands out to me is whom Brony Fandone is part of the problem. That is my issue. Whom Brony Fandone is, who Sophie Scruggs is, and for a lesser part, KP. I know for a fact, because I've seen it, KP, to her credit, was levied allegations, if I remember correctly, before this one, and they did not stand the test of time. And she didn't entertain it. She is, and I can attest to you because Beckett said it, and I've seen the DMs. She is the only one out of this entire thing that I feel is actually vetted. Now, did she do very poorly? Yes. I have lots of issues with the way she platformed these things. She compiled it. The DA Games, to me, is the most compelling, and didn't even address the fact that potentially this happened in Chris's server with some of the lolicon art or the edgy jokes being shared. Again, only from Will, by the way. And then, and I've said this, you don't platform allegations you don't have certifiable proof of. If you say this call happened, but that person is not there, and you don't have it recorded, that call just didn't happen. Yes, It's incredibly TOS. When we cover the DA game stuff, we are going to have to re-edit everything. And I mean re-edit everything. I saw somebody say this earlier. The DA games document has been taken down due to TOS violations. A lot of people reported it because the porn is so poorly censored. You could just tell where every bips and bobs go. And it's really, really annoying. I think Saber really did a good job. Anyone else wondering where Bonk's fucking big rebuttal is? There is none. I'm going to be honest, there is none. And if there is, it's going to be allegations that come out of nowhere that nobody knew existed. Why were they never presented to the first place? Like, this is my problem. Because if Bonk is saying that he is aware of a sexual crime being committed, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's so many things. Yes, and also other things. There's a new one being made that's better. The writer got an earful for that, by the way. So then
Also,
here's
I was gonna say, like, if you have Clip Studio Paint, there's a select tool that has a bucket tool. Just select the whole fucking thing.
Here's
Holy
what
shit,
I will,
how hard is it to censor something?
Here's what I will say. When a new document is made and it's published outside, I don't want it in my DMs. I want to see it published on the internet. I will review it. We will go through it. I'm very grateful to a lot of the people that in the DA community that have given us their time, as well as actually heard us for our criticisms of the information. The reason being is I don't like having documents in my DMs because I'm not running a story I don't believe in. That's my personal thing. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else I could say. I think this is a well-made video. I think it's done. I think it's succinct. I know that people, because you see it from time to time. You may see it in people's reactions that people will want to hear from Saberspark if he feels like it's appropriate. Maybe if there is a reconciliation between him and KP, or just to hear how he feels overall during this time. I know a lot of people do that. What I could say to that is like, if that's something you want, like, it may or may not happen, but it's still like really important that emotions are felt and seen. I don't like this narrative of people saying, "Oh, emotions are evil," things like that. You're allowed to feel wronged. I think we've really gotten to a weird space because everyone who's cried on camera has also fucking pulled out a ukulele. And it's fucking insane when they just call themselves a loser, not a groomer. And right here is just a guy that's just been wronged and is a victim of circumstance and people's malintent. Because again, and I could tell you this for 100% certainty from Brony Fandone himself, Brony Fandone is under the complete understanding that the only reason these allegations were ever levied against Saberspark this time around was because the Black Griffin document popped off. Which makes everyone who's covered it and didn't look at Brony Fandone themselves as a person and the people who created this doc, makes you somewhat culpable. I'm sorry. You have to accept that sometimes you take a fucking L.
I feel bad for Black Griffin and his wife.
Yeah.
300 pages of schizophrenic ramblings.
Yeah.
Batshit fucking insane.
Yeah. I do.
Disgusting.
Yeah, like, I've said this publicly. I'll say this again. I think Claire also deserves like a public interview. I think Claire deserves her day to talk. I know that is like something that kind of gets it. Hello, Riddle. How are you? I mean, I lived with KP. I don't think that was a huge factor. Saberspark was often a topic of sour grapes with their view count past Brony fandom. Riddle, thank you. I saw you in Goddammit Malcolm's chat. I know you feel you have mixed feelings about the recorded call. I know you don't like the dog apparently, or the dog is very mean. Here's what I will say. I know that KP behind the scenes is very apologetic. I will say this to KP, because Beckett and I are the ones that are doing all of this, and I'm telling you, we are going to have the most comprehensive video looking at this. KP, if you want to reach out, if you want to discuss it, and do a formal apology with some interview questions here and there, I have no problem helping you with that if you want it. This is not, I'm going to look at it objectively and kind of give you shit for your role in this. But if you want to do it, do it. No, I know you're not passing messages. The riddle, I know. I know people that are in contact with her. I know that her Discord watches our stream. Hello, KP Discord. I've seen you guys flip-flop on me. I'll teach you the definition of satire later. But if someone can admit they're wrong, I have no problem facilitating that. What you need to do is show it through change. You need to show it through action. I know I'm being me. I'm being the gay one. I know, I'm being incredibly soy. I'm being who I am. I'm Falgy. It's who I am. But
you're born this way.
Yes, I was born this way. Thank you.
We love you this way.
I really, really do think that something needs to be done. And it can't just be I'm going to be honest. I'll be kind of like truthfully honest. It cannot be like an apology in a vacuum. It can't be. Reconciliation has to happen. Nightside. Reconciliation has to happen. It's got to work. You're going to hate me for this. Why am I looking in stream chat? Why am I looking in stream chat? What did you do? What did you do? What the fuck did you do? What happened?
What have you done?
What have you done? Oh.
What happened? Hold on. He'll answer you because you're a woman, actually. That'll be funny.
Yeah, he may actually answer you because, you know, you're not a dude.
KP got hyper-focused on past lights. That won't happen. It'll never be good, in my opinion. I mean, listen. You show... Oh my god, you're gonna hate me? No, quite. I will never hate you.
I would be hate quite.
I never hate quite.
I would hate you.
I like you very much.
Quite.
I just think
he's
there's
our unofficial member.
There was a tweet where someone confirmed by the victim November 2nd when the second event
isn't quite a part of this channel now?
Disney almost the entire
Yeah, wasn't he the original third member?
Yeah, isn't quite the honorary Oplog member? He can come in here whenever he wants.
That's insane. Oh my god, Jar, you're gonna hate me again. Guy, don't do blackface. Jar, you're gonna hate me. That was the intent.
Jar, you weren't gonna hate me. I uninstalled Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you did that to him.
It's fine. But again, like I think that it's very important. There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna go over in that's gonna come out in Beckett's video. Do I share anything of it like that I don't know is gonna be sourced?
I wouldn't. I would not share any.
I don't know
what's
gonna
going
be
to be
sourced.
Let that be Beckett's thing.
Yeah. I would love that.
He was nice enough to come on.
No. I know. I was thinking if there's like anything. Hot take. The Woob Master.
Oh my god,
Whoop Master's in the Lolicon.
fucking...
Fun fact for you all.
And
that was somebody who was referenced in that thing.
Look. No hyperbole. Do not look up anything related to Whoop
No,
Master.
you can't.
For the love of God, especially if you are in the UK,
hazard.
you will go to prison.
It's a fucking cognito hazard, and I'm very entirely like tired. I'm very, very exhausted looking at cognito hazards. Please like the stream if you haven't already.
Yeah.
I'll say this: if any of the people, yes, I do know about Whoop Master and the map person. I fuck them all. I don't really like. Unironically, Falgy, you promised to read my super chat. I'm gonna read the super chats at the end. I'm gonna read the super chats at the end. I'm just checking if Brony Fandone has posted anything. I've been waiting. Brony Fandone.
He really wants them to post so badly.
You gotta keep posting through it, Brony Fandone.
So it seems like
save your
Brony...
fan if you don't post.
Check the thread.
Check what thread?
I tagged you like 3 hours ago on something.
I think we pulled that up, Cat.
Did y'all?
Which thread? Which thread?
The one thread.
I will
ding.
at you again so you can see it.
This guy? This thing? The shocked thing? Oh no, I referenced this.
I know. We said that. I just wanted to.
I'll point it out again just so everyone's aware of what happened. Fun fact. Oh shoot! No.
I need everyone to know for the last 2 hours I've been looking through color schemes for my Baldur's Gate characters. Its entirety.
I don't know why it did that.
I've been studying
and
cancer.
I need to figure out why it did that. Let's try this again. So this is to Anthony Grimullia. This is all that stuff. So where is it? So where is the new allegations 10 hours ago? Everything that was talked about last night that I thought was happening and has been fucked up due to an intervening drama channel. I hope it's today. It was supposed to be this morning. I'm trying, but it's not up to me. That intervening drama channel was me, motherfuckers. That intervening drama channel was your boy Falgy. I don't know what to tell you.
He just wants you to know it was him.
It was me. It was me, chat. It was always me. I don't know what to tell you, chat. Oh my god, there's no fucking way.
Intervening these nuts.
Oh my god. Yes.
He stands by the blackface.
Yes.
Jar stands by the blackface. Just a robot, everybody.
He doubled down. He doubled down.
Not the double down.
He doubled down.
Copy image. I'm sending this to Chris and Diesel.
Make sure you send the first one where it's Embrace sending it so they get the context.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, you don't fuck the content.
Thanks for coming, Cartoon She.
Can he be quiet for 5 seconds?
Oh, Cartoon
no,
Sheet.
He can't.
No.
He cannot be quiet for 5 seconds.
Hey, Cartoon Sheet, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, like, again, we've done so much research into these people, and I don't like, listen, do I take solace in the fact that we've done...
got a message.
Wait, who? Me?
Yeah, you
just
got
a message pop up on your screen.
Don't open it on. Don't open it on stream.
Don't open it on screen.
No, I know where this message is from. I always know where these messages are from. I'm in group chats, people. Fun fact: Tea Party leaks coming soon. That's fucked. I shouldn't say that out loud.
Don't say that. Do not say that.
What was I gonna say?
What does that mean?
I just have a lot of issues. I'm very upset, and that's pretty much it. But again, if Brony Fandone and all of the people who have used Brony Fandone's work want to reach out and talk about my issues with them, by all means they can. Again, for the class, that includes Lazy Bedhead and Courtney Pete. If this somehow gets back to you, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to discuss how fucking bad you played this. I'd love to do that. Now, with Lazy Bedhead, I'm kind of okay with it. I still think that it's throwing stones in the glass house, because I know, Lazy, maybe you shouldn't be yelling at KP in a call, by the way. Fun fact. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. But again, if there's any other information, like I said in the Copa Seed video, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I will leave you with this. How about that? Let me grab something that I'll leave you guys with. Because I have, not exclusive per se, but I do have something that I could easily share. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yum. Where is the... KJ, can you direct me to the fuck everybody tweet, please?
I don't know if he's here.
Yeah, he might have been EB.
He may have been. Where's the fuck everybody? Okay, here it is. Nope. I looked at the wrong thing. God dang it. Where's the fuck everybody tweet? Am I crazy? Do I not see it anymore?
Might be.
Chat, this is what happens when I look. I look at so much of this that I don't have it off rip. That's sad. Brony, here I know. You know, I could just look at Brony Fandone and type fuck and I'll find it. That's part of the problem. You know,
Alright, gang.
I'll do that real quick.
I have an exam tomorrow, then I still need to
Good
study a
luck,
little more.
cat.
Oh, I can't do
Good
that.
night, y'all.
Good
Kisses,
night.
bye.
Kisses,
Bye.
bestie.
So I'll leave you guys with this because I think this is something that's incredibly compelling to Brony Fandone's character. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Embray.
What did Embray do?
She said, of course, you respond to the woman, Lamau.
I can't find it now. Ash, do you have it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. No, I found it. I found it.
Shit, I'm sorry. I fucking.
I found it. So here we go. So you want to know who Brony Fandone really is?
Sure.
This is who Brony Fandone really is. Fuck you, Gabriel. Fuck you, Claire. Michelle,
yes.
Kate, Ash, Saber, Paleo, Jax, AC, and more. This is your doing. This is what people like you lead to.
Like you.
Now remember, this is the same person who started this whole crusade back in 2023 saying that Claire was groomed. Didn't believe her claims about being abused by her father in some capacity. And I'll leave you with this. There was an audio recording that I think people keep leaving out. Guess who has the audio recording?
Do you have the auto recording?
And chat, that's our stream tonight, by the way. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's just mean.
That's mean.
Oh, chat. Chat. It's in a document.
Just listen.
For some reason, nobody sources it.
I don't know who Content Cop is, but I know who Content Cuck is.
And it's me! Chat, that is the end of our stream. Wait, I'm a little confused. What happened?
Can't believe he's cucking us like this.
I'll cuck it like this. Falgi is being a tease. Exactly. Chat, I want to thank everybody for showing up and showing out. Like I said, please look forward to... I am going to read everything. Please look forward to Beckett's video. This is probably the most fun I've had working with people. But more importantly, it's time to read all of your super chats live. Gonna go to the start of the show. Netherless says F to pay respects for ops loss monetization. Thank you. Pinker Nova with the 5 Canadian. Here's some money for serving. Rip your monetization. Metalman 87 with the 5. Brony Drama 2025. I got a bad bingo card. Bon Von Enteric with the 5. Becky, when is the KP interview dropping? Not anytime soon. Also, several people's lives hang in the balance. Welcome to another rap review. Thank you. You used the thing. Brony's learned that Falger mail since turned into glue. Dansburg's glue. Thank you.
GG stream.
Thank you. I don't know who donated, but thank you. All hail Billy for the 5. Thank you, Baron. King of Cog, King of Carl, Gamer of Eternity, Slayer of Speedrunners. Long may he reign. The Bossoms with the 5 Canadian. What's inside, dear viewers? What's insane, dear viewers, is that you aren't subscribed or members of the OpBlock community. Click the buttons to do so. King Sly T with the 1999. Always. Thank you so much, the Block Gang. 100%. Thank you. Kyrez with the 2. I bet this person was super sad when Tumblr died. Exactly. Kyrez with the 5. Please. Persona 3, like your fandom. The Suicidal Law. Thank you for the 5. Gifted. Layla Bug with the 2. Boo, Dad's cheating on Bally. Boo, Tomato. Thank you. Asterati, thank you for resubscribing, or redoing the thing. Lost Coyote with the 5. These flags can't be any redder if I cover them in hot sauce and peed on them. What color is why is my pee this color? Send help, please. The Bossoms with the 2. Chat, remember, no gooning or giving birth to the VC. Yes, if you want to become a member of the OpBlock, you can just do the doobly-doo, go to the Discord, blah, 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 blah. You can follow me also at the OpBlock, TheOppBlock on Twitter.
You probably want to post it just because, like,
Kick-An with the 50. Kick-An with the 50 sec. What did I wake up to? Some fever dream with Daddy Beckett, and a fish, and a bunch of ponies? Clip clop? Am I even awake? No, you're not. The Bossoms, the 5 Canadian. No gooting, giving birth, or performing exorcism in VC. No chaos on stream unless it's from the ops. Yes. Bosses with the 1. Thank you. Hizaki Kentai with the $1.99. $100 if you say the word no. Layla Bug with the 2. We read this, but my controversial take is Chris is soy and in denial. Layla Bug with a 5. I made an enemy of Vlad by saying he sounds like Chris, and now I'm making an enemy of Chris by saying he's soy and in denial. I believe wholeheartedly. The Bossums, the 2 Canadian. How much for some of your mustache hair? None. Sai with the 5. There I am, Gary. Yes, you are. Britt. KP has personal vendetta against Saber for years. She's been waiting for an excuse to go after him. Don't I fucking know it? Boss with the 5 Canadian. Raise your hand. Yep, we read the Regina George one. Jar covering a portion. I think we've read all the other ones at this point. I want to thank everybody very, very, very much. GG stream. Thank you, guys. Listen.
Hold on. Hey, yo, clip farming here to make this about myself. Any feedback on Thumb I sent you?
Oh, Christ.
Can we pull it up? Is that allowed?
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
No.
You know,
have you heard anything about this, Fauci? I've been sending those TikToks to that one.
I've never seen an interracial couple look more racist. This is
That's tremendous.
Holy shit!
That's fucking.
Oh, as someone who's in an interracial relationship, holy fucking shit!
This one going to do numbers.
Yeah, you're Italian.
Please like the stream. I'm begging you guys. Fuck. This is. I'm tired. These guys are cool. Don't worry, Lamau. Sure. It's a TikTok joke.
I'll
right?
take your word. Well, it's a. I don't know if it's a joke. I don't know how obvious people are with some of this, but that. Well, I'll wait for the video. I'll wait for what Quiet's video.
Oh my god. Yes, but chat. Thank you very much. Is there anybody I could send you guys to tonight? Let me double check before I
don't know streaming. I haven't.
Edit.
I haven't been locked in at all.
Customization. Redirect. You know what? British Runner is streaming, and I never get the chance to rate British.
Finally.
Here's a fun fact for you. If you want to know a lot about Mama Max, watch British Runner's video on Mama Max. It's
and then watch
insane.
3.5, 6 hours of Mama Max responses.
It's a crazy deep dive, and if you want to really know why Max is actually psychotic, go watch that.
Show British some love. We love British.
Hi,
we love
me.
British.
Hello.
Sorry.
Again, good job, Saberspark. Brony Fandone is a crazy piece of shit. Look out for that video. We love you guys very, very much. Thank you guys for coming around. That's Ash. That's Q. That's Uncool Greg. Cloudy's in the chat. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm going to go to the end title card. Please, chat, consider liking and subscribing. We do a lot of fucking research on here. And sometimes, maybe, we may help very, very large channels. It's really, really nice, and I really, really love it. I love working with people. Goodbye, everybody. Love you all, and good night.
Bye.